slide it in over here.
Yep, and then give it a good push in. It will click. There you go. See, and then it's like a diving board.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you do now is go ahead and peel this off the back.
Alrighty, peel this off.
Just the blue. Perfect.
Just the blue.
Just the blue. Okay,
right.
you hand that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to have we're going to put this back on.
Okay.
Like so. Oh, I'm going to put it the right way, like so. And then you'll notice that you can put those screws right back in.
Oh, sounds good. Let's see here.
Then just so you know, the screwdriver is actually magnetic, which will probably make it a little bit easier for you. I forgot how strong that other magnet is, so it'll like sometimes catch it over there. It'll be a little bit tough to kind of screw down on that one, but it does go all the way down.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, you're in there.
All right, one more.
You're doing good.
Oh, that's good to hear. Let's see. Go here and down it goes.
All the way down.
All the way down.
Perfect. Just like
Awesome.
that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're good there. So you've essentially got your motherboard put all the way together. Open this up. Add this like so.
Cool.
Okay, so we got that going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab your LGA 1700 bracket out of here.
Yep.
And go from there. So we'll grab the knife, which I also left over here.
Yeah, sure.
And, you know, I just really like to get my steps in when I'm building. You know, that's a key part of this whole thing is just enjoying a little
exercise is important.
Yeah, getting some exercise. You know.
So this is the cooler that I can put any picture I want on, right? Cool.
Yep. You can put your picture in. You can check your temperatures, all that sort of stuff.
Sounds good.
Which is always fun. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. I think Troy was worried there for a minute. He was panicked. He's like, "Where's Robey? He just left. Hope he's coming back." Even though I can hear him. Okay, it's going to get this open. Good knife practice, which is not going well right now for me.
Oh,
there we
no
go.
worries.
Okay, there it is. Wow, this is...
I should put a murky there.
I know,
That's not a bad idea for you to try. Not a bad idea. I'll consider it.
Yeah. For what you're gonna put? Oh
yeah, for the picture.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, because I mean, that one thing about like I said, they have like a very rich IP pool for you to pull from. So like, and the other thing too is because their forums have all of those animated things. It's like
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you have a lot of options in terms of what you may decide to put on this beautiful piece of hardware. Okay, so build the extraordinary. There's your QR code. Cool. Pop this open. We're gonna look for your bracket. Okay. And here, there it is right there.
That looks like a lot of parts.
Yes, and this is the part where it's always confusing because you're always like, oh, like what do I actually use? And it's funny. I was just helping. I was watching Asus and Intel do a build with Nico Lu. I don't know if you see her from 100 Thieves, but she was in there and she was doing that build. And I eventually jumped on the call and helped her finish building her PC.
Oh, the
But it was like one of those things. She was like, there are so many parts. And you're like, yep,
that's how I feel. Yep.
So we ended up helping her get it done. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and flip the motherboard all the way over.
All the way over.
Yep.
Upside down?
Yeah, upside down. Yep. So the top is face. Yep, exactly.
Like this.
On its face.
Okay.
Now you want to get each of these holes into these right here. And these are movable, but you're going to move them so this lays absolutely flat on the back.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can kind of slip them around. Yeah, move them around. All that sort of stuff to get it to fit.
Okay.
Takes a little practice.
All right,
okay, perfect. Awesome. That was actually way faster than the last individual, which is cool. Okay. So what you're gonna do is take these and you're gonna screw them into each corner.
Screw them into each corner. Gotcha. Doesn't really matter which way goes in first.
It'll just and just making sure it goes all the way down
Okay.
is the key part. There we go. You're going to screw it all the way down.
All the way down. Gotcha.
And just because people complained, we're going to thermal paste it up, baby.
Oh my. Excellent. The chat gets what they want.
Chat gets what they want. And then once you get those two on, I'm going to have you stop, and we'll do the thermal paste.
Sounds good.
And then I'll show you how to do this, so that way in the future you can do it too.
Yeah, that's excellent.
We're committed to quality here on Mod Workshop. So, okay, we'll wipe up the little fingernail things that you get on there. Okay, cool. So your VRM is clean. Okay, so what we're going to do is this can be a little bit rough here. We're going to put about a pea size, or a little bit more than that, on the IHS like that. And then we take our little spreader. Looks like a little spatula. It's also good for like little miniature waffles.
Making a sandwich or something
Yeah,
over here.
exactly. And then we're going to start the spreading process here. And this takes a little bit of time with this particular.
So you want to cover up everything here?
Yep, you want to cover up everything here, except for when your thermal paste is terrible.
And what's the purpose of the thermal paste?
So what thermal paste does is actually, a lot of people think that the top of the CPU is absolutely flat, and it's not. It's actually got a lot of individual like little ribs and imperfections in it. And what thermal paste actually does is it makes the thing more flat. This one may not be a good spread one. We may just have to do the dab. Because this, like, sometimes you want to spread it and it's just not going to work. I might actually go try. There we go. We're starting to get I'm going to go get a different thermal paste. One sec, guys.
Yeah, sure.
This stuff is not the best. So we're going to go grab a different kind of thermal paste and do this again with something that actually spreads a little better.
Looks like something that belongs in a doctor's office over here.
Yeah, and that's the one thing is like, so people talk to me and they're like, hey, why do you like to spread the thermal paste versus just doing the dot method? And the main reason being is that if you cover the entire IHS, when you lift your cooler, in some cases, what you can do is you can actually see where the cooler is actually impacting and touching the CPU, and that just makes it a lot easier to troubleshoot issues. The other thing, too, is also it minimizes hotspots versus spreading. You're not guaranteed. Versus like just compressing, which is where like you'll put a dot. You're not guaranteed to be able to get everything. So we're just going to clean this gunk off.
Gotcha.
We're going to use a different kind of easier thermal paste. And not all thermal pastes are made equal. I am going to, when we do the next episode, bring the stuff that I have a tendency to use is actually made by Noctua, which is called NH. It's like their NH1. And it's a much easier one to use to spread. So, and then I'll shoot. But hopefully, I think this Cooler Master stuff I have here actually works really well for that too. So I'm just going to clean all this off.
Right.
You guys are getting the full experience.
This is what
they want.
Yeah.
It's what the people want. Okay, this one is actually a whole lot easier to spread.
Well, that's good to hear.
I hope.
I believe.
This is by Cooler Master. Yeah, see how like just comes out very easily.
Yeah. Feels a lot smoother.
Yeah. And then we can just start to cover it there. See, that's what you want.
Okay, there we go.
And we'll just cover that entire IHS.
Will this thing be able to run HOTS? I sure hope so, Flux.
Oh, I would hope so too. That game is quite, I mean, for as great as that game is, it is not the newest of bits of software, so this should be able to run it with no issues whatsoever.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
Okay, so we got that covered. Now what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of the excess that we have on here off.
Right.
Because you want it to be like thin. There we go. And then see how we have a nice thin layer here. Okay. And then we take a little bit more of the isopropyl and just clean off the edges. And then this way, when we put the cooler on, got to be careful here.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to take all the thermal paste off. There we go. I'm just going to clean around your socket.
Definitely feels like you're a surgeon or something.
Yep. when you do that. Okay, and then we'll clean a little bit off of our spatula for the next episode.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So now what you can do is you can go and put in the other 2 screws, and I'll clean up a little bit of a mess we've got left here.
All right, will do.
But there you go, chat. You requested it, and we did it. We actually put on thermal paste and made sure. No, we didn't cheat, as you were saying.
That's
the
true.
specs, let's go and go through the parts real quick while he's going in there. We'll actually cover the specs one more time. So the parts that are inside of this PC, he's got a Core i9 12900K, which is great to just make sure that we have really good cooling for, because it's like the beast from Intel. We've got an NZXT N7 Z690 Black. This is the latest Z690 motherboard released and fairly new. EVGA RTX 3070 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra. So nice balanced GPU to go with that 12900K. You've got a 1 terabyte Intel SSD 660p. You've also got an 8 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf Pro. You've got 32 gigs of G.Skill Triton Z Neo RAM, that NZXT N7 Elite Black case, and then finally you've got the NZXT Kraken Z73 RGB cooler, which we just got finished putting the parts on for, and then the EVGA Supernova 1000 G5. So very good cooler and PSU. And there we are. The entire motherboard is now put together and ready to go. So why don't you do us the next favor?
Sure.
I'm going to move this out of the way. And what I'm going to have you do is grab your case.
Grab my case, will do, and put it up on the table?
You're going to put it up on the table. Yep.
Sounds good.
And so this is the latest case from NZXT. So this was an update to their NZXT N7 series. So this is called the H7. Some things that are new about this particular case is that they have more airflow, since we're going to be top mounting our AIO. So if you look at the top here, you can actually see really nice big peripheral, nice holes. So your AIO is going to get lots of air.
Right.
There's also, like, a lot of people say, hey, well, your front glass is trapped. Well, actually, it's not. If you look at the side here, there's a lot of ventilation both here on the side and then also at the bottom, where it pulls in air to these beautiful brand new RGB 140 millimeter fans that come with this case as well. And then a lot of really cool accents here on the top, like you've got purple USB, and then the other thing too is, like, your entire build is all black and purple. So should come out looking very clean when we're all said and done. But
excellent.
In order for us to build in it, we got to take it apart.
Okay.
So why don't I have you go ahead and what you're going to do is just kind of pull on the front glass there. It's all toolless,
right,
so just give it a pull towards you.
Gotcha. Toolless.
There you
No
go.
screws.
Just
huh?
like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you just hand it to me
Okay.
and just lift up.
Lift it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. There you go.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, it was a little tricky.
Yeah.
There we go. So we got that off. Okay, next stop, we're going to go ahead and have you do the same on the back here.
Got it.
Same thing. You're just going to give it a pull,
right.
and it pulls and lifts up.
Pull.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Okay, awesome. And then same thing here at the top. We're just going to pull from the back. So you're just going to pull from that little
Oh, even
slot.
the top will just come right off,
the
huh?
top comes off. Give it a solid pull. There we go.
Off it goes. Cool.
Nice. And then lastly, this just pops out. It's really easy, just like that. And so this is for cleaning your top filter and all that sort of jazz.
Right.
Okay, and then I'm trying to think what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and grab out of the bottom here this is all your extra stuff
okay.
for that. And I think outside of that, we're good to go. The fans we're going to leave alone. Those are just going to get plugged in.
Sounds good.
This stays on, as far as I know. Yeah, we're just going to, I think I leave this on. Yes. I think I leave that on. No, I don't. Okay.
That's a lot of fans.
Yeah, we're just
4
gonna
in there right now. Wow.
pull that off just so it doesn't weigh down.
Gotcha.
You want to try and make the case as light as possible.
Right.
So now we just have a much lighter case, and then you can see, like, you can actually see nice and light and good to go there. Okay, so what we're going to do is lay this on its back, and now what you're going to do is you're going to install the motherboard inside of the case. So you're just going to kind of grab it like this.
Gotcha.
And see how there's like a square? You're going to this is going to fit right in there.
Okay.
And there's a little peg that it sits on right in that middle area.
Okay, a little peg on the other side, huh?
Yeah, it's going to go right into this hole right there.
Gotcha.
So it'll just kind of lock it in.
All right. I was never that good at Legos. Let's see here.
Well, yeah, this is adult Lego, so we're getting you better right now. There you go.
Try to fit it into this hole.
Yeah, just into that hole. And it'll just like fit and then just kind of set it down.
Set it down.
And then just kind of line it up. See how there's little screws? You're going to line it up with the screws.
Line it up with the screws. Okay. Let me know if this is lined up.
Nope.
Not quite.
And then you're going to kind of find that. There it is.
Okay, there.
Find that little peg. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so now it is in. Now, one of the things that's nice, we actually have a massive screwdriver, which I also left over on the other side.
No worries.
Get ready to meet Excalibur. You ready to meet Excalibur?
Excalibur, I'm ready for that.
Here we go.
That thing is gigantic.
Yep. And here it is.
Oh my.
This is the screwdriver that you're going to be using to put in all of the screws. So congratulations, your weapon of choice, sir. And what the other thing, too, is in this case, it's actually really good because that screwdriver is going to be perfect for actually putting in the mounting screws for this screwdriver.
It seems helpful.
Excalibur, here it is. Okay, so we're going to pop this open.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. And now we got to find the right screws, which isn't always what I think they are. I always seem to choose wrong here. And so I'm going to guess it's these.
I don't blame you. That's a lot of different types of screws.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny. As many PCs as I do, even I get it wrong sometimes. So we're going to take the zip ties out of here. Get some extra zip ties there, because we'll use those later on for our cable management. And then we'll do the screws. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's grab these screws. I think they're the right ones.
All right.
But if I'm wrong,
them a shot.
then it's my bad.
No worries. Yeah, that is correct, Batoga. This should be the future gaming PC decked out.
Okay, I'm going to try this one, make sure it works. If it works, then I can have you do the rest.
Sounds good.
If I'm wrong, then at least I will have made the mistake, and then I can correct it a little easier. Okay. Those, I can't tell. Does not seem to be getting all the way in. I'm going to try these other screws.
Yep. 4 different kinds over there, right?
There's actually only 2.
Oh,
the good thing is the other ones, I definitely know what those are. So these are the only 2 that it's the choice between.
Okay. Well,
So,
50-50,
luckily-
even better.
Luckily, it's not as painful as we think it is.
Right.
We're going to give this one a go here. Okay, so it is those screws. So what I'm going to try and do is get this other screw out that I stuck in here. And the way you do that is, luckily, this is where the iFixit kit comes in handy. iFixit.
That's a
Get
lot
this
of
really
heads.
big, this right here.
Uh-huh.
It's a magnet bit.
Oh.
See? Then you just pull it out. Okay, so now we found the right screws, ladies and gentlemen. So here are your screws.
Thank you.
And what you're going to do is there is a hole here, a hole here.
Right.
There is one right here,
Okay.
one right there,
Okay.
and then there's 3 in the top. So if you want to just start with these
Right.
here and here, so do those, and then we'll do the top ones afterwards. I'll give you that, and I'll put these other ones away
Sounds good.
so we don't lose them.
I don't know if I am worthy of using Excalibur here. I might mess something
so you're
up.
going to go right in there.
Right in there with the
Yeah, and it should just kind of, and even if it falls in there, it's like, luckily it's like straight, so it should just kind of fall in the hole.
Right.
There you go. And then you're going to screw until it stops.
Sounds good. Am I going to the right or to the left with
It's
this?
righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so you're going to go to the right.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
And it should just stop.
Handy.
Hopefully.
Oh.
Is it going in?
I think... Oh, no. I need the fix-it thing. Dropped in sideways, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that thing is really handy.
Yeah, this thing is actually really handy.
Amazing.
See what you can do. This is, by the way, guys, this is the next 4 hours of the show is just getting this one screw in.
This might be the truth. I'm getting fairly intimidated by this long screw.
This long screwdriver?
Yeah. Worthy challenge for example.
Yeah, and the other two is, honestly, it's like the best screwdriver we have for doing this part.
All right,
I think you got it. I heard it sit. Like it sounded like it sat correctly.
Oh, yeah, looks like that one is good.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
We've solved it, guys. Can we get some respect in the chat? He got it in.
4 hours ahead of schedule.
4 hours ahead of schedule. We thought this was that part alone was gonna take hours. So only what, 7 more to go.
Yep. Wow, so you do this every week. This is
3 times a week, live on stream.
harder than I thought. That's impressive. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I think I got that one in.
Yeah, that was. You see, like now you're going to become pro. Soon it's going to be FanTech. Wow, that could that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
FanTech. Yeah, there you go. It does. It's almost like like if you were like, yeah, there's so many good. It is a very large screwdriver, guys.
I have never seen one so large in my life. It is
I wish
massive.
it was a little. I wish it was a little bit more, a little stronger from a magnetic standpoint, because that would make it a little bit easier for you.
That's true.
Yeah, it is definitely not the easiest one to kind of get the screw in there, but you are handling it like a champ.
Perhaps I was something of a King Arthur in my previous life.
Hey, Parlay thought of it. Actually, that's exactly where my head went. Called it Fantastic.
It's like a screw in here. Is this the same kind or a different one?
Oh, where'd that screw come from?
It was just like lying over here randomly.
Wow, weird. I wonder if, I'm just going to check. Yeah, it might have been from it was kind of sitting there. Oh, no. All the screws are in there. It might have just fallen out when I was doing another test. I mean, when I was doing some of the other stuff. So I'll put this in the baggie for you.
Sure.
No big deal.
All right, one more on the bottom here. Excalibur.
Okay. Excalibur, you can do it. He's doing it, guys.
Oh, there we go. Getting the hang of it. Should be good.
Okay, now we're going to flip the case over.
Okay.
And you've got 3 more right up here. You got 1. I've done that, so you got 2 more. So 2 more right up there.
2 more. Gotcha.
1 right there and 1 right there.
Okay.
You're almost there.
Yep.
You've done so well. And I love how clean, I like looking at this motherboard, guys, just how clean the lines are with the rest of this case. It's like they're made by the same brand.
There we go.
There we go. You're getting it done. He's laser focused.
I am.
So would you say putting in the screws is harder or easier than a game of Heroes of the Storm?
This is far harder. Games of Heroes of the Storm are nothing compared to this. Greatest challenge that I've faced.
Greatest challenge that you faced so far is just getting the screws in.
Yep. One more at the end here.
Yeah, this stream. Well, guys, okay, it's not taking him that long. People are like, "Oh, the stream would almost be over if you had a normal screwdriver." This is not. He is not taking that long to put in the screws. Okay, there you go. That's good. Don't over tighten it. Okay,
Gotcha.
Cool. So we're good there. Put those other screws back in here.
Yep, sounds good.
There we go. And then next up, what we're going to do, guys, is we're actually going to hook up our front panel connectors. That's the next thing. So these are all of the things that are inside the case. So like your power button and all that sort of stuff is the stuff we're going to hook up now. So I'm going to put this like this.
Yep.
What we're going to do is we're going to run all these connections real quick.
Oh boy, wires.
Yes, wires. You do remember this from PC Build Camp.
I remember a tangled mess. Not much else.
Yeah, you're like, I remember a lot of wires, Roby. that I do remember.
Yep.
Okay, so first one we're going to run is our HD audio cable. That's going to run right here. So I'm just going to run these so we know how to hook them up.
Yep.
So that goes there. USB 3.2 is going to go right. Oh, that's right. This one's on the side. So we're going to hook that one. That's going to go over here. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be fun for you. Okay, front panel connector, that's going to go right here. Then we've got our USB-C. To loosen that a little bit here. That's going to actually go up here. And then we've got we've got another USB. This is for your hub, for your RGB hub. That's going to also go, yeah, we'll put it in right there. That looks good. Okay, so there's all of your front panel connections.
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and put this down.
Yep.
just like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now here's the fun part. You get to start hooking this up.
Right.
Okay, so first one's your USB-C, and that's going to go right in that connection right there.
Oh boy.
And it only goes in like kind of one way.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
This
just
way,
like that. Yeah, just like that.
Oh.
And then if it doesn't go that way, flip it around and
Other
try it
way.
the other way.
What's
There
the
you
other
go.
one? Okay.
There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, next one. This one's kind of interesting. Oops.
No worries.
Oops. Fix that. Twist it a little bit. Did it click all the way in? I know it's a little bit bent, but that's not a big deal.
Wires are always like that.
Yep. Sometimes it's like the best thing to do is sometimes these will get twisted around. So let's fix that on the other side real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is going to go actually just straight like that.
Okay.
And just might as well just do that since I'm right here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Now, I still have the other cables semi-sticking in here. Okay, cool. Pull these back through. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Okay, oops. One left, but we'll grab that one later. Okay, so this is your front panel connector. This one's going to go right here, just like that, right over that group of wires.
Right over that group of wires.
Yep.
Okay. So on this one.
Yep, just right on that group of wires. And it should, like, there's one that's
lined
filled,
up
yeah,
a
and
little
it's going to
better.
go towards the far left.
Okay.
Perfect.
There we go.
That looks good. Okay, next one, this one.
Right.
This is going to go with the HD audio. That's going to go all the way to the right, right onto this group of wires.
Okay. Right here.
Did you get it in?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the last one, the one that was being tricky, which shouldn't have been, is right here. Okay, USB 2. So this one's going to go right into here, into that group, into that little box right there.
Into that box, got it. There's so many of these things. How do you know which one goes into which?
Just a lot of practice,
Got it.
knowing exactly where things go.
To this one. Oh, could it go? Could it be the other way?
Yeah, it should just go right with the USB facing up.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yep, looks like it's going in.
Cool. Let me give it a gander.
There you go.
That is good. Okay, so that is all of your front panel connections are connected.
Excellent.
And you are good to go there. That is in. That is in. Okay. Actually, guys, what we're going to do is now at this point in time, we got all our front panel connections. We're getting ready to start our AIO, but why don't we take a quick 5-minute break, take a quick break, and then we'll be back in just a short period of time. See you guys in just a few minutes.
Yep.
I think there's really something special about where you come from and what your family gave to you. And something that my family has given to me is my palate. When I make a latte for somebody, it's something I really care about. It's something I made from my own palate that my family passed down to me. And I'm able to serve that to the community in a way that makes them feel loved, that makes them feel cared for. And it's really special. It is. It makes my job worthwhile. It's really just utilizing all of the gifts that my ancestors gave to me and serving that to make people feel cared for.
My name is Erica Escalante, and I'm the owner of Café Reina.
I'm a barista, a baker, a mommy, and a gamer. I was born in Temecula, California. I come from a Latin family. My dad's family is from El Salvador, and that is really important to my upbringing and my culture. I have always loved playing games. So every few Christmases, my family would all pitch in together and make sure we got a new console for Christmas. You know, it was really special because even from a young age, we knew that my parents really couldn't afford that, and that it was a gift from many different family members, and that they all pitched in so that we could have a gaming console. Hold on, let me make sure this isn't too much coffee for this.
There we go.
You got it? Okay. I've loved coffee for a long time. I remember drinking coffee at home with my mom with cream and sugar, and then as I got to be a teenager, we would go to the Starbucks, and it was really expensive, and so we could only go every once in a while, but man, I was hooked. I thought it was the coolest place. And so right after high school, the first place I went to apply was at Starbucks. Whoa. Look at that. What do you think? Wow, look at the cake. Wow. Oh. So after high school, I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford to go to college. My parents helped me find an internship with an old friend of theirs up here in Portland, Oregon. It was a lot of kids and a lot of older people, but there wasn't a lot of people my age except for one person, and his name was Trevor. He was kind of like a quiet, nerdy, nice guy, and something I really loved about Trevor was he really liked playing games, and it's just really sweet when you find someone who has the same level of gamer that you do, and our level of gaming seems to match each other, and that's just really special and sweet. Okay, you're supposed to go down now. No?
Wait.
No?
Yeah. Now
Okay.
you go.
Oh, I see.
I'll slide down here. Right?
No. Okay.
No. No, I think you have to jump over, right?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
You let me go down this
All
thing.
right. We'll show you our wedding cake right here. Settlers of Catan was on the bottom,
It
which
was
is
a
a
cake.
board game. This is a cake. What father of the groom wears a short sleeve collared button up to a wedding?
See, to me, that's like the most endearing thing that he could have worn.
Oh
I
my
love that.
God.
We look so different, don't you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I like myself more now.
Yeah, I like myself more than that too.
These are conchas. Vegan conchas.
Really good.
I found a job near the small church that I attended, and it was a small Hawaiian tiki themed coffee shop. A couple of years went by, and the owners were working other jobs, and they just really needed to be done running the coffee shop. They asked me, like, hey, are you interested in taking over this coffee shop because we're done? I said yes. I was 21 years old. Trevor and I had just gotten married 2 months prior.
Yeah, I'm doing it. So.
You know, the cafe has always been my thing. It's not really been Trevor's thing, but I've just needed so much help. And so even when we first got started, I would train Trevor as a barista and get him behind the bar to help me out. And he has worked throughout this company many, many, many days. And so even now, he'll come and help on the weekends. And if we're short-staffed or we just need an extra hand, he'll be here to help me bake, to barista, to work the register, whatever I need. He's always been willing and available to help. I was able to expand into Portland into a bigger shop. And eventually, as I grew older, my business also kind of matured and created its own identity as Cavern. It means coffee queen in Spanish. And I'm really, really proud of the brand. I'm really proud of our vibes. I really understood as I got older how sweet my heritage is, and I was able to infuse that into what we do here in the cafe. I love it, people love it, and it's just fun to show off my family heritage. You know, as the years gone on and our family has grown, we have 2 kids now, we still love to game together. We still take time every evening almost to play games. Now our kids are getting into gaming too. Our oldest loves to play video games with us, and I'm sure our youngest would too. She loves to watch while we play. The pandemic was obviously really hard for kids because they couldn't go to school and they couldn't play with their friends. So Geely would call or FaceTime her friends or her cousins, even from out of state, and they would log on together and play Minecraft together for a really long time and spend time together that way. It was really, really fun. We have our Predator Triton 500. It's really awesome for gaming, and what's great about it is that we can all game at the same time now. So if I'm playing on the console, Trevor's on his computer, we still have another option to kind of either play together, or two can play together and one can play their own thing. But it just gives us a lot of options for what we can do and how we can spend time together. I haven't played a lot of Destiny, but now it's really nice when Trevor wants to play that I can play it side by side with him using the laptop. It's super nice that the laptop has all the power of a desktop, but then it's mobile, so it's great for work stuff. I definitely use it for like accounting purposes and all the different graphic design you have to do for a business. So menus, signage, all the different things. It works really great with all that. As I've been raising the kids, I've just realized how important community and culture is to me, and how important it is to teach them about their place in the world. And so it's been really important for them to know their extended family, to be around them, to learn from them, to be loved by them. And so we made the hard decision that it's time for us to move back to Southern California. You know, as proud as I am to create this business and to create Cavern, what's most important really is for us to be with our family and raise the girls in the culture. Man. I think I'm most proud of creating that place that I loved when I was a teenager, like creating that sense of belonging for other people and for myself. When I was a teenager, I wanted friends, I wanted connection, and the coffee shop gave that to me. And so now it's like I'm giving that to others. I've been in LA for a couple months now. I'm getting settled in, and I'm having a great time. I am loving being back. It's been really great to be back in the sunshine and being able to reconnect with friends and family, and honestly just to have time to myself. I am the head of retail for a coffee company here in LA. My job is basically to create a roadmap for them to open up their first retail location and then more retail locations down the line. The kids aren't here yet. My oldest wanted to finish out the school year, which is totally fair. We've just been finding ways to connect, which has been fun to play video games together and spend time together that way. Cafe owning to a lot of people seems like a dream, and it was my dream for a very long time, but my dreams have changed. I'm just really proud of myself for having the courage to change directions and pivot according to what I wanted in life and what I thought was best for me and my family. Someone once told me, if your girls were in the same position, what would you tell them to do? What advice would you give them? And so when it comes to making these really big decisions where it feels maybe a little selfish even, it's like, what would I tell my girls to do? And I would tell my girls that it's okay to change, it's okay to pivot, and it's okay to have new dreams. And we don't necessarily need to worry about the sunken cost of the time that we've already put into it. If you're ready for a change, then you should make the change.
And we are back, guys. We are just making sure that we are hydrated, we are focused, and I am stoked to continue. So what we're going to do now is you can pick this up and actually set it off on the floor if you want.
Yep.
Getting you used to lifting your PC.
Oh yeah, just like this.
No, just set
Stand it up?
like standing up. Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then let's go ahead and grab that long box right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put your AIO together.
one?
Yep, that one right there.
Cool.
Okay. Now comes the fun part. We're going to put all your fans and all that stuff together.
Awesome.
So this is your cooler right here. You can go ahead and remove that stuff from the bag if you want. That'd be helpful.
Will do. It's a bunch of me's over here.
Yep. I'm going to grab the stuff that I know we need. That is all stuff we don't. Well, we need these right here. There we go.
Does that put these in the box?
Yep, that'd be great. Cool. Okay. There's that. I'm going to go ahead and just temporarily stick all your other stuff over there. And
Sure.
then move this. Okay, so there is everything you need for your AIO.
Oh
Okay,
my.
so what we're going to do is we're going to install it this way
Okay.
into your case. So I just want to make sure that we have the fans going in the right direction, which is like so.
Ah, so this goes like on top.
Yep, this will actually go under at the very top. Yep.
Gotcha.
So why don't I'm going to place these down like this. And then we're going to grab our screws.
Oh,
and
more
get-
screws.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome. Yeah.
Excalibur time.
One thing that, yeah, well, you definitely have Excalibur time. So what I'm going to do is get these kind of started.
Yep.
There we go. Kind of feel it go in there. Perfect. Same thing on this side. And then what this does is then you can come behind me with Excalibur
Yeah.
and
Will do.
we'll do the other parts there. And once we get these done, then you'll. But like you said, in this case, you're going to be doing 12 screws. So,
Right.
But these are pretty straightforward screws. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, should be fine. I mean, with this Excalibur, I feel pretty confident with the screws at this point.
What would you consider the closest? Like, if any hero in Heroes of the Storm was going to wield that one, that hero, that weapon, which one do you think it would be?
Maybe Varian. You know, Varian, he's got
Yeah.
a big sword sometimes.
Just that's good. That's good.
that's
We're
good,
just
yep.
right into the rubber, not too crazy past it.
Gotcha.
Cool. Yeah, Varian does have a big sword. I forgot that he was actually in Heroes. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Anduin in that too? Anduin's there.
Anduin's in there too. Yep. You got all kinds of Blizzard mainstream characters in Heroes.
And then this one right here. And then the ones, there are heroes, right? It wasn't Stitches. Stitches was one that you controlled by 2 players, isn't it?
That's Cho'Gall, actually.
Cho'Gall,
yeah,
that's
controlled
right.
by 2 players.
Yeah. And then you can go ahead and do these 2. Perfect.
Okay.
And then we'll just go ahead and have you do the other ones. Yeah, and so it's have you played that character? Do you have a person that you play that with when you do play?
Yeah, from time to time. I mean, I'll play it with multiple people, but it's always a wild adventure. Nothing like 2 people controlling 1 character in a MOBA.
That's got to be like. What did you think about that when that actually got announced?
It's crazy, but it's
There you go,
the
you're
good kind of crazy. It's fun.
Yeah, you enjoy it.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pop this in, and then I remember, and then it's funny because I think when I was at the time, like we had a lot of people who really enjoyed playing Stitches. Do you have like a favorite class of character that you like to play, or like you more like a tank guy, DPS? Like if you could just choose, do you have one that you enjoy?
Yeah, I would probably say I'm more of an assassin guy. I like the ones that do a lot of damage and have a lot of
You're good
mobility.
there. There you go.
Awesome. But
Those
I do
are your
end up,
favorite ones, yeah?
Yeah. But I do end up playing all kinds of characters. I do donation requests on my stream where people
really?
just, they want me to play a character. They do a dono request for any character.
Cool.
I end up playing all of them.
Which is fun.
Yep.
Well, so when are your streams typically?
I stream pretty much every day except Wednesdays usually,
Okay.
even though today is Wednesday, from about 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, so you get about 5 hours a day.
Right.
And then you used to play competitively, like you said. You were actually a world champion at one point in time.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. What was that grind like? Like getting to world champion? And that was the world championships were at BlizzCon, weren't they?
Yeah, that's correct. They were at BlizzCon. It's quite a grind. I used to play a lot more even back in those days. I mean, it was up to 12 hours every single day, no breaks of just raw Heroes of the Storm action.
And then did you enjoy that, or are you kind of glad that that part of your life's kind of over?
It's about half and half, I
You're
feel
good.
like all hyper-competitive people kind of miss competition once they're no longer competing. But at the same time, there's a ton of stress involved with competing
Right.
at the highest level. So you miss it, but at the same time, you're glad there's no more stress, that kind of thing.
So what year was it when you actually ended up getting your championship?
For the BlizzCon, it was
go.
2015. But,
You're good right there.
Oh, nice.
Cool. It was 2015. So
That's
I'm trying
correct.
to think of if I was at that one, because like I always watch the World Championship, so there's like a chance. Little do I know that there's a chance that I watched you win.
It's possible. We were rocking Murky and Abathurs and stuff. It was one of the most popular years. I think the hall for BlizzCon Heroes of the Storm was so packed, like people couldn't even get in anymore.
Yeah, I remember. I just remember it's like, I mean, every BlizzCon, right? Like they're always fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, and I just love Heroes of the Storm. I love Heroes of the Storm esports. It was easy to follow for a lot of, and Dota usually really is, like people kind of get it. It's like, oh, okay, there's some objective. It's pretty straightforward. So that's pretty awesome that I think that I watched you live. And then here I am helping you build a PC, which is pretty crazy.
I mean, I'm very thoroughly impressed with how knowledgeable you are about Heroes of the Storm. Honestly, it's not something that everyone's super knowledgeable in.
Yeah, I love that game.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is these are the daisy chaining. We're daisy chaining essentially your fans together. So this is, see where it says in and then out and out?
Right.
So you're going to plug the in into the in and the out into the out.
In into the out and out into the in?
Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work perfectly. That's right. You said it doesn't have to work necessarily. You said you were okay with it. So what made you get into streaming? Like, was it just something you were like, oh, I've won a championship, now I'm just going to stream? Or was it just something that you had ever planned on doing?
Yeah, it was kind of the first one that you said there. It was after winning. A lot of people kind of encouraged me to start streaming. They wanted to see my point of view. So I was like, sure, why not?
You got to give it a good push. It's like
okay.
Clicks in there.
Okay. Is it clicking?
There it goes. Okay.
Okay.
Out's a little bit easier. The in is like kind of finicky. Yeah, it's one of those things like a lot of people like to watch. I mean, because it's like high performance gameplay, right? Which is always like interesting.
Yeah,
in terms
sure.
of getting to watch that stuff.
Yep.
Have you you've been starting to get into like other games though, right? Was that intentional, or is it just like, have you always played other games? Just because I don't know.
A little bit of both. I mean, I love basically every multiplayer PvP kind of game. I just like competing in general, especially in esports. So yeah, I'm just always
you're
playing
always
all kinds of competitive games. Always down.
But you still, the majority of your stuff is always Heroes of the Storm, and I'll let you plug in the out.
That's correct. Thank you. Majority of it is Heroes of the Storm.
Do you see that changing or no?
It always depends. I mean, it could potentially change if I find... Like, the thing is, Heroes of the Storm for me is still an extremely fun game. A lot of people love watching me play it. So if I find, another game that's just better in every aspect, just absolutely amazing, it's always possible.
Okay. And I noticed, like, we've noticed, or you and I have talked a little bit already about the layest kind of passion play has been teamfight tactics, right? What is it about teamfight tactics that you enjoy in that regard?
I think the auto chess genre in general just is really fun and holds a lot of appeal for people. Every game is different. You never know what's going to happen. Try to build your best team and just watch them automatically fight. There's something just enjoyable about it,
And then from a stream standpoint, I remember, we did a build, we were at PAX East, and we did a build with... we actually did a build with BoxBox.
Oh.
And BoxBox was saying, like, one of the things he enjoys about MOBAs and Battle Royales, because he's a League player,
right.
And then also games like Teamfight Tactics, is that every game is different. So even for the viewers, I think, and I'd love to see chat kind of chime in on this, even the viewers, it's not like you get bored because the experience is different no matter every time you play. You might play a different comp with this one, like versus, or like even what's the other team you're going to play is going to have a different strategy in a MOBA. And in the case of Heroes of the Storm, the whole map could be very, very different, right?
Yeah. That's why I play so many PvP games. It's like almost infinite replayability for so many of these genres. Yeah.
Right. What did when you grew up, when you started, when you were a youngling, and you were like just starting out before you got competitive, what did you think you were going to be? You're gonna be like a doctor? You're gonna be a garbage man? Like what was the plan for Little Fan?
Little Fan, I mean, like I said, I started playing games at a very young age, maybe 3-4 years old.
Oh, okay. Wow, yeah.
If you were my parents, the plan was probably the traditional Asian route. Asian doctor, lawyer, banker, that kind of thing. But if you were a Little Fan, I always was, ever since I learned that people could play pro gaming and you could actually make a career out of playing games, That was kind of just always my dream ever since I was little.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you ever go to university or anything like that, or no?
Yeah, I did. I went to UC Berkeley, graduated with a degree in economics, and I always feel like it was possibly my biggest mistake, actually, because I was really big into Dota at that time, and I was playing with a lot of the former Dota players that ended up winning internationals and stuff like that. So
yeah, which that's big money,
Yeah,
like regardless of
yeah.
whatever it was.
I always tell my chat, going to college cost me millions. I'm telling you guys, cost me millions.
Well, I don't know. It's interesting though, because a degree in economics, there's a lot of math in the games that you play, right? And
That's true.
And the only two is that there's probably some things that you got out of university that actually might just subconsciously be helping you.
Of course, it was. I'm
not saying it.
It was a
still
good time.
Yeah,
it was still a good time.
Man, Berkeley's a good school, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, I've heard people joke, but like, yeah, that's a great school to get to have a degree in. Do you think games are going to be it? You think you'll ever get into economics at any point in time, or no? You're
well,
like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do like watch the stock market in my free time.
Right.
So I don't know, like that's not really directly economics, but you know, I do follow a lot of stuff like that in my free time. So I think it half counts.
I like how you said in my free time I watch Stranger Things. So in your free time you watch the stock market.
It's probably the same thing. Stock markets right now. It's a jump scare either way.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It's a jump scare either way. That's pretty true, for sure. I'd love to know, and this is a question because, like, I think it's great. Like one of the things that as I've been jumping into TFT and learning is a game like Teamfight Tactics, right? Where it's all about compositions of heroes and all that sort of stuff. How did you go about learning how to play the game?
Well, you know, at first I tried just figuring everything out for myself, and that was terrible. Didn't work at all. I quickly realized I was not good at the game. So generally what I try to do when I try to learn new games and be good at them is I just watch the best players, and then I just copy the best players. And this is what I tell people who try to learn HOTS. They ask me, how do I get better? I always tell them, you know, just watch someone that's really good. You know they're really good. They have a really good foundation. Copy everything they do. Copy their foundation. And then once you feel confident, then you can start branching out and making your own choices.
Well, I think that's a great like practice. Like, it's great verbal and practice. But like, for instance, I watched like the Dragon Party, which was like the latest esport competition,
right.
and you like fantastic gameplay. Still had no idea what the heck was happening, right? Because I mean, like, a lot happens in each individual round.
Right,
so how
yeah.
is it? Are you using like mobalytics? Are you doing other things in terms of trying to figure out comps, or like what? Like, because I mean, like, again, there's like, you know, I might like at stage 4-1, like level up to level 3 or whatever it was. Like, what is it? How did you build that repertoire and then learning how all of those pieces move together? You think that was UC Berkeley, or do you think it was what do you think?
I think it's a mix of both. Like I said, and you know, I started watching some of the famous streamers in Teamfight Tactics, maybe your K3 Sojus or Kiyuns. I actually played against them in some Twitch tournaments and other games as well, which is where I learned of them. And yeah, you know, they kind of express their thoughts on stream. They're like, oh, mages are terrible this patch, you know, Keck W, stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going mages anymore. And you go from there.
Do you remember that? Yeah, what was it? What was the big nerf on, who was it? What? Nobody knows. Okay, so somebody said there was a big Navi, wasn't that? Yeah, I think it was.
Navi?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, sorry, there was a big nerf right before the Dragon Party to one of them, and it was like she was like probably the biggest S tier. I mean, it was basically a
Nami,
reroll.
yeah,
Nami reroll. It was a Nami
yeah.
reroll thing, and then like a lot of people were playing mage at that point in time, right? So it's just funny hearing you say that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is your AIO is ready to install at this point in time, so we're gonna have you mount it. And so I'm just going to get this kind of placed in here. And then what I'm going to have you do is, I'm not going to make you do this with Excalibur, because I'm not that mean. I'm going to have you use this screwdriver right here.
I'm pretty good at mounting in HOTS, but I don't know about in real life.
Yeah, real life. There you go, right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a screw.
Okay.
And then there's screws at the very top. And so go ahead and put one there. And then I'm going to have you come and put another one like a little bit closer here, but go ahead and put one right in that hole right there.
There, okay.
Yep.
All of these screwdrivers are kind of magnetic too, huh?
Yeah, this one's a nice one. That's a great. I love the iFixit screwdrivers.
Yeah, these are game changers. This is nice.
It's way. You're like after using Excalibur, you're like, wait, this is way easier. Okay, there we go, right there. Okay, so we've basically got, all I've done is I've got it so it sticks, right? So this is how it's going to sit. We got a couple more cables. I'm just going to make sure we can get up. Oh yeah, I love how easy this case is to build in. So we're going to go ahead and grab our extra cables that go with this.
Sounds good.
Which is this. And we're going to grab this one. Yeah, it's one of those things that's just like, and how much. Like, so, you know, it's like what rank level are you in TFT right now?
Right now, I think I'm Hardstuck Diamond 2 or something.
Okay.
It's like, top 1,000 or something. I'm trying to break into top 200 so I can say I'm a grandmaster in both games, but not having much luck.
Not having much luck?
Yeah.
So how, like, what would you say, like, when you first started playing Set 7, like, how long do you think it took you to, how many games till you got to Diamond, do you think?
Oh, gosh. Maybe over 100, 150. I basically, played it every spare moment that I was not streaming kind of
really?
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was like basically, so why not stream, like do you have games, what's the purpose for playing games not on stream?
Well, I started streaming as a pro gamer kind of thing, and I always have like a philosophy on streaming. It's like, one, you need to be the best in your field, or two, you need to be, the funniest thing on earth. And I don't know if I'm the funniest thing on earth, so
You're pretty funny.
I'm glad to hear that. That's promising. It's probably some streamer practice coming off. But yeah, basically, I don't think I'm very good, and I want to kind of get it down before I start doing stuff like that.
So you feel like TFT will eventually be part of your streaming rotation at some point? Maybe.
Possibly, yeah, if people like seeing it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do here, so this cable is gonna go right into that spot right there.
Gotcha.
There you go, and I'll just hold it for, oh, you can know it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna, and then you're just gonna give it, you can see there's like little like rails on the side. You just want to make sure it goes straight, and then it should go right in. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
I believe it's in.
Yeah, let me give it a little check here. This is the one thing where it's just practice, just knowing. Okay, that's nice and solid. Good job.
Awesome.
And then this is just like a normal USB cable. You're used to that. That just goes right in there.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen this. It's on my phone.
Yeah, that one's easier. You're like, oh, okay, there we go. The first connection is like, looks normal, Roby.
And
Should just go in.
there we go.
Okay, cool. Now, what we're going to do here is I think for the last thing that you'll be a part of, and then after this it just comes about cable management, is I'm going to have you, we'll actually have you mount this onto the CPU. But because we actually used thermal paste, and we put our own on, we're going to remove the thermal paste that's on this bad boy right now. So,
Okay.
I'm going to pop this over and give ourselves lots of room here to go for that. And it's funny because like I am learning the heroes like in TFT, just like I mean the ones in Blizzard are easy. In Heroes of the Storm, because I'm a huge Blizzard fan. I read all the books,
Right,
so it's like, oh, I know who all these people are, right? Because I played the games,
Right.
And for Heroes of the Storm, I mean for TFT, it's like, oh yeah, I have no idea why that person is named, X, Y, or Z.
Oh yeah, I had the same problem. Just all new characters, flashy colors everywhere. No idea what's happening.
No idea what's happening. But like, it's like I think I sometimes like, and I think this is kind of what you're alluding to, is like I don't want to come off as somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, right? So it's like I was right. It was like it was Nami, right? Like that's what I was saying. But it's like, but was it Nami? Like, am I saying the right name? And so you kind of feel like you don't want to sit there and do that. Now I have been learning TFT while on stream, and so people have. Luckily, there have been a lot of people who've jumped in, and I've got to meet some people who are like, "Oh, this is what you do, and this is what you do," which has helped.
Oh yeah,
but
the backseat coaches on Twitch and YouTube. It is a good way to learn.
It is. Sometimes they're giving you the wrong information, and then I watch them argue about it on the stream, and you're like, okay, this isn't helping me. But I think what I'd like to do is like one day I'd like, and I have a couple friends of mine who are Diamond as well, and I was like, look, I just want you to like sit next to me for like 12 hours and then play and just tell me so I can learn do it that way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I will pay you money, because then I will be a pro TFT player.
That's true.
That's what you need, right?
12-hour coaching session and you're good.
Yeah, it's like, who is it that I was talking to? Nothing. Like Nothing actually does coaching. You know,
Right.
there are other pros like
Yeah.
yourself who would be like, oh, I want to learn more about Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
I will pay you to help me be better at it, right? Not necessarily, but go from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever done anything like that?
Very rarely, but time to time I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're just going to clear this off. Okay, so here's the fun part, kind of the last thing that you'll do, because at that point in time, you'll have done all the fun bits of the install.
Right.
So I'm going to hold these up. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to place this over the you see how there's 4 pegs?
Yes.
You're just going to place each peg. Then you're going to take these screws and put those on top of it. Okay?
Okay. Place it over the pegs.
Place it over the pegs and then just kind of like start each one. Don't worry about screwing it all the way down. Oh. Yep, there you're good.
Okay.
You might have to push this a little bit over. But it does fit this way.
This. Okay. Oh.
Not quite there. There you go. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Now, I'll hold this down for you. Go ahead and take your little bits right there and then start screw. Now, don't screw them all the way down at the beginning. Just get them started on each corner.
Okay.
I'll get out of your way there.
No worries. Oops. Hold on.
Yeah, and sometimes you just use your fingers because they're big thumb screws if it's easier. Oh, never mind, you did it easily. There you go. Cool.
Oh, like that.
And then just go ahead and get the other ones
You
on.
said don't get them too tight?
Don't get them too tight, yeah.
Okay.
Because then they'll lift up on the other sides. Here, I'll do this to help you there.
Thanks.
It's got the last big thing to hook up.
Yep. This is the cooling system.
Yeah, this is the cooling system for the CPU.
Gotcha. It just goes directly over it. That's cool.
Yep. Sits in that cooling, and now you've got that really quality thermal paste job that we did.
Backwards?
Oh, you're doing it backwards.
Backwards. That would make sense.
You're like, why is this not working?
Yeah.
The other one went on so easily. There we go. Cool. Then go ahead and grab the top 2 now.
Yep.
There we go.
On. Do that first.
Yeah, once you get this one on, it kind of gets trapped at that point in time.
All right.
There we go. You can just do the other one. And this one can be tricky. Let me know if we need to remove this here.
Yeah,
Let's
that might need to remove that. It's a little.
It's just right in the way.
Yeah.
Pro level strats right here, guys. Pro level strats.
I mean, this is definitely pro level PC building.
I will tell you this: if you've never seen Heroes of the Storm, there's a good chance after you watch him play, which is coming up in the next 10-15 minutes, that you will become a fan of the game, because the game is actually really approachable, and like
absolutely.
I said, it's actually very easy to learn but hard to master, right?
Right.
And the other thing too is I feel like the map, like the way that the maps play such a bigger role in that game actually makes it a lot of fun. So
it is.
Every time you might get a new rotation, like, oh, I love this map. I don't know if they still have the ghost pirate ships and all that sort of stuff.
They do.
With the cannons.
Yep.
Yeah, so I know some of those things move out of rotation. Are they, what is the kind of support that Blizzard's got in the game right now? Like, are they still updating stuff at all, or no? Is it pretty much...
Yeah, they have balance patches and new content patches. Not as frequently as before, but they still have.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
balancing new content. Not so much new maps, and the heroes is kind of slow, but you get all kinds of balance shakeups, and the meta still feels fresh from all kinds of balance changes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yep.
Oh, so there's still, like, there's a reason that because it's like, oh, you'll actually see some pretty big meta changes.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, guys. Well, we are at the point now where we are going to go let Fan get in on his. Like, so what did you think before we break here? What did you think of the process getting here?
Well, it was actually easier than I thought. You're right. The case makes everything a lot easier. Actually, you probably make things a lot easier. I have no idea. Like, I could never have done this anywhere close if I didn't have pinpoint instructions. So thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. And how do you think it's looking so far?
It looks great. Everything looks really clean, and I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, guys, we're going to take another short break. We're going to go ahead and let Fan go get set up to play some Heroes of the Storm, and then the way it's going to happen is you're going to be able to see both of us. You're going to be able to see me playing the game, building the PC. You're going to see him playing the game. We're going to be talking, and when we're all said and done, we'll have a completed PC and what 3 or 4 W's, you think?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Anyway, guys, we'll see you guys very soon after the break.
The series is tied 2-2. We will go into a game 5 here in these grand finals at the International 10. I'm joined by BSJ.
I've spent the last 10 years always being told by doctors, hey, after this next procedure, everything's gonna go back to normal. You're gonna be normal, you're gonna have a normal life. For this, I get tickets, I fly here. I'm gonna finally be able to do one of my greatest passions, which is go to the International, go see Dota 2. It's ecstatic.
My name is Dor Shabtai. I go by Kidde online, and I love Dota. I've been playing it for nearly half my life. I was born in Israel. 12 years later, my parents divorced. My mom took me and my sister to America, so we moved there. I lived in Arizona for about 14 years, and last year on the 1st of January 2020, I did an aliyah back to Israel. I'm living there now by myself. When I was growing up, caring about your education was super important, so that was essentially my life, and I put a lot of effort into it. Got very good scholarships for school. I was studying to be a mechanical engineer. It was very stressful. I started to notice blood when I would go to the bathroom, and it progressed. And that was essentially the beginning of 10 years of being fairly miserable and in pain. I've been playing Dota since Warcraft 3. At the moment, I'm a 6K MMR on the dot, over 18,000 hours in Dota. 18,000 hours is an obscene amount, and that is not necessarily by choice. I've spent a lot of time in the hospital bed, and when my family wasn't there, when my girlfriend at the time wasn't there, I had Dota, and that kept my mind off of the pain and focused on the game. My girlfriend at the time, Sarah, she got tickets to TI5. I mean, she's like, we're going to Seattle, and you're going to the International. And I was like, what? The experience itself was just amazing. I got to actually hang out with Universe's dad. I met him by complete chance. It was the finals where Universe got the $6 million Echo Slam on Earthshaker at the Roche Pit fight.
Here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get one from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out!
The energy in the arena at the time was just mind-boggling. And the experience as a whole was one of my most memorable. It was the first time in nearly half a decade that I got to feel like a normal person. Your life's not over, the world's not ending. You'll make it through this, and you'll be able to experience more of this in the future. This year's probably the only TI that I'll be able to attend for a very long time. And it's not just happening in Bucharest, it's happening in Arena Națională. We're currently sitting 200 meters away from in my grandparents' home. I don't have the financial stability or capacity to travel and rent out a room in a hotel for a couple of days or weeks and pay for food and all that kind of stuff. This was easily the most fortunate of circumstances.
And I posted a picture saying, the banners are up, it's happening. Literally 18 hours later, I wake up to find out that the event is canceled for the general public. And it just crushed me. I'm just scrolling through Reddit trying to see if there's any other similar reactions, but there was one that caught my eye. It was this event.
Thank you very much, Sumi. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the International 10. Team Spirit up against PSG LGD Insania. It's a pleasure to have you by my side once again.
My name is Ivan Perner, but my handle is Chednar. I knew I was going to TI. I didn't hope for it, I knew I was going to it. And then suddenly the news hit me that it was cancelled. I said like, okay, I'm not gonna give up yet. I decided to make the most out of the situation, make something positive out of it.
I'm Jay, I'm the CEO of OG Esports. And I saw a kid saying, hey, we're putting this together, I'm thinking of doing this. And I messaged him and I said, dude, that's amazing. Yeah, we would love to help you and participate. And obviously we would like to come as well, you know?
OG is my favorite team in Dota 2. When your favorite team contacts you and tells you, I love your idea, I love the initiative, I love the passion behind it, it's amazing.
The song ends, Toronto Tokyo, BKB up, jump over with the remnant, grabs back the Ursa, Arme disappears in a matter of seconds, GQ to fall as well, GG is called, and my goodness, what a buttery smooth start to the grand finals here for Team Spirit.
Now, I love this for exactly what you're doing. You can hear them chant, you can hear small orgs and small teams with no orgs. Having people like this is amazing. For us, I think Dota was a grassroots community, and it started because of it, because fans were very passionate. So shout out to everybody that continued to participate and that loves this game as much as we love it.
We ended up coming here about a week before the main stage game started, and we got it working. Everyone's vaccinated. We're making sure that people show proof of vaccination. At this point, we're just enjoying the finals. The grand finals are currently ongoing. I'm looking forward to getting back in there.
Collapse going to TP out, but it's not going to happen. Collapse will go down, and that fight doesn't work. Toronto Tokyo pulled back in, refraction gone. The chase down happens yet again. Mira hoping to salvage this, but it's not going to happen one by one. All of Spirit go by the wayside. They all fall again as GG is called 23-3. A statement from LGD.
Thank you very much, Sumi. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the deciding Game 5 here at the TI-10 Grand Finals. Team Spirit against PSG LGD.
He's going to have to spend gold on games next weekend.
They're going for him early on here with the three of them. Slide of Fist comes out as they're looking to turn on, and nothing to say. They get him. Jump forward with the remnant. He's looking for more. Toronto Tokyo in with the chains. Onto both Y and Arme. They can taste the championship. They can taste the money, but the backdoor protection kicks in. The backdoor protection is in. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But Spirit, they're going to chase on. Slight chase. Arme is gone. Can they stop a PSG LGD? I don't think they can. GQ's got it. It's over. GG. It's over. GG. They've got it. They are done it. Team Spirit. They come into the grand finals. 2 games straight up. They take away from PSG LGD. Game 3, Game 4. PSG LGD, they hit back. But the Game 5, even though they get knocked.
It's not the same from being in a crowd of thousands or tens of thousands. Here, you actually get to make connections with people. So I've met dozens of people that I'm sure that I will play with online very frequently, and I will talk with for years to come. All these other people that are here that essentially I know by name now that I never would have run to these people had I been in the arena. And most people say, I went to TI. It's another story when you say TI was canceled, we still made TI happen.
Now that at least in Israel things are slowly opening back up and physically I'm getting a bit better, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to be going around, I'll going to school, and afterwards maybe I'll go over to friends' houses and play with them. I needed something portable because up until now I've literally been lugging around my PC. I looked around and I found the Triton 500 SE. I can run Dota anywhere. Maximum settings, no problems whatsoever. But it's also allowed me a chance to revisit some games that I used to play on my home PC. I reinstalled and I'm thoroughly enjoying all over again Metro Exodus and Doom Eternal and all these kind of games that now I can actually utilize RTX on. Lighting effects and the textures and the reflections on water surfaces, it is just absolutely breathtaking.
Well, you haven't been here since I think that we left to the United States, which was in 2005.
It's a long time ago.
I know. We have pictures somewhere up in the mountain. It was really snowy, and I have pictures of you. You were like all bundled up and barely moving.
What's the movie with the kid?
Christmas Story.
Yeah, Christmas Story, where the little kid is just...
This is one of our traditions. Every year we watch the Christmas Story before Christmas.
Without my family, there's no way that I would be here right now. And also, other than the physical aid, obviously, the mental and emotional support of them, just being around me and holding my hand. my mom, my dad, and my step-parents as well, my 2 brothers, my little sister, and obviously my grandparents, of course. There's no one like family that you could do that with. And obviously all my Dota friends as well. You know, even outside of immediate family, these people have spent so much time with me over the last decade, these people that I've met thanks to this game. It was a culmination of all these things that essentially brought me to where I am today. I wouldn't be here without all of these things combined. For the first time in a long time, I feel like a normal, happy, fairly healthy person.
And we are back, and we have made incredible progress on Fan's build. And so now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be, Fan's going to be playing Heroes of the Storm. I'm going to be playing some builds. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go over the parts for the build first. So what we have is inside of this build, we've got a Core i9 12900K. We've got an NZXT N7 Z690 black. We've got the EVGA 3070 Ti for the Win 3. This is an RTX 3070 Ti. 1 terabyte Intel SSD 660p. We've got a 8 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf Pro hard drive. We've got 32 gigs of G.Skill Triton Z Neo RAM. We've got that black NZXT H7 Elite. We've also got that black NZXT Z73 RGB cooler, which we just got finished hooking up, which was like the last kind of fun part. And then lastly, the EVGA Supernova 1000 G5, which is the last kind of piece going into here. So that is the build as it sits. As you can see, I've actually got, during the break, I did a little bit of the cable management. It looks nice and clean now. We'll go back to that shot there, but there it is. Again, very, very clean looking. You can see the cables are all bundled together. Now what we're gonna basically be working on is just cleaning up the back, getting the cable management done, making sure everything's hooked up, and then after that, we'll start throwing in GPUs and putting in colored cables and all that sort of stuff that ends up making the build just start to have that sense of polish. But yeah, it's looking very good. Thank you very much, Death Frost. Now, Fan, are you there? I'm gonna pretend like I'm in my ear. There it is, Fan. Okay, so we're gonna come over to you. What's on the agenda? What are we looking at for first game?
Yeah, you know, for
ARAM. Okay.
Yeah, for the first game, my chat has been hounding me for some chat ARAMs here, so I did promise them that. So yeah, let's go do a ARAM. If any of you guys want to join, it is channel Fantaro in HOTS, FANTARO, and I just take from the people that are typing in that chat.
Oh, that's cool. So you're gonna play with folks who are watching right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Yeah. Gotta
look at you being a nice guy. Yeah, play with the community. Being a nice person. You're like, let's join in. Have you met any people from the community that have surprised you that you're like, whoa, this person is way better than I expected?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised. I found that my chat is what do you call it? They are very much some sweaty tryhards for ARAM in my chat. They take gaming pretty seriously. I'm impressed by a lot of the skill levels that I find.
Oh, I love that. Sweaty tryhards. Well, that's awesome. And then do you have people who are watching here tonight or that you have seen that have been following you for a really, really long time?
Oh, yeah. We got all the usuals in chat. I mean, we got Death Frost, Renana, Rich, Zach, Oliva, all the usuals.
All the usuals. The usual suspects are here to enjoy some gaming with you. And these guys are also pretty good at Heroes of the Storm as well, huh?
Oh, yeah. At least some of them. Some of them I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know about Zach, but maybe the other ones are good. You know?
I love that. It's like you got to keep them grounded just as much as they keep you grounded too, right?
Exactly.
That's the way it works.
Oh, we got some good heroes here. Oh, very nice. Can't ask for better for the first ARAM. We're going with some questings for this one. HOTS has these quests where some of them, every time you hit some hero with a spell, you hear this nice little ding noise in your ear. It's just as satisfying as the
RAM
computer.
click?
Yeah, exactly. It's nice. Let's go with some of that.
So guys, you guys are gonna get some good quality Heroes of the Storm ASMR as well. Okay, look at you. So who are you playing? For those people who don't know.
Well, talk of the devil. It's what I told you earlier. If I had to pick one hero as my all-time favorite hero, it's this one, Vala, the OG. Demon Hunter from Diablo. She's been in the game since the start. My very first hero that I ever played in HOTS.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're like kicking it off. We're like kicking it off quality already.
That we are. That we are. I see you dancing in game there, Limes.
In 10 seconds.
Okay.
How's the cable management going there?
Good. I'm just I've got your front stuff done, and now what I'm doing is I'm starting to create these spines, which are areas in which just your cables start to look nice as they come through the back. I try to make the back look almost as clean as the front, as if I possibly can.
Oh yeah,
and just make it look really, really nice. But sometimes it's just like within the realm of possibility.
I believe in you. You know.
Oh, thanks.
If it's anything. I'm sure it can't look worse than what I have at the back of my desk at home. That is a disaster. Let me tell you that.
I've heard that quite a bit. Do you have like a camera for your PC on stream, or do you think that would be something you would add?
I have a webcam, not like a hardcore camera. Maybe one day I'll add a full-time camera. But right now,
PC camera.
Just using the pleb webcam.
Well, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. That's all that matters, right? You don't need if you don't need it, why spend the money?
True. Oh, we're getting a lot of things up here. So far, so good. This is looking like a good stack collecting kind of game, Jack.
And do the people you see that you're playing with right now, are they people that you've played with before so far from your community? Are you seeing some familiar names?
Yeah, I am. You probably saw some of these guys in chat earlier too. We got Death Frost here, Xanto, a couple familiar names for sure.
Cool. And what's the strategy where you're at right now? What is your focus at the beginning of the match? And what is the map like? What are you trying to accomplish on the map?
This map, well, basically every map, the ultimate objective is to destroy the enemy core. Since we're playing ARAM, this is a one-lane style, kind of like a mini-game version of the main game, and you're basically just brawling 24/7, trying to get to our opponent's core at the end of the day and destroy it. But the opponents stand in the way, so we got to beat them first.
And then, does the matchmaking, is it skill-based matchmaking for what you're playing right now, or is it and do you feel like it works pretty well in Heroes of the Storm?
Yes, it does. I think the matchmaking for ARAM is a little bit looser than the matchmaking for Ranked, but the plus side, you get the games much faster. But I do believe there is skill-based matchmaking in this version, in this mode as well. That's correct.
Nice, nice. So, and then what is it, you said already, you said one of the things that you enjoyed about Heroes of the Storm was specifically how short the games were. And like usually when you used to play a game like League or Dota,
right,
you were talking about a 30 to 45 minute, sometime even hour plus long time commitment. What about for Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, I think for an average Heroes of the Storm game, it should be no longer than about 15 to 20 minutes versus League. I find very often League games, like you said, are maybe like 30 to 45 minutes even. And when I was playing Dota back in the day, there was like buybacks for everyone. Those games could go up to like 2 hours or something. It was absolutely absurd.
Yeah. I would absolutely agree. And then the other thing too is like having games like that, just a significant time commitment versus knowing it's something. I think I remember watching a BlizzCon, like when they first announced Heroes of the Storm and we knew they were going to make a MOBA. Their whole thing was it was supposed to be like the lunchtime MOBA, right? Like you and your buddies could finish a game during lunch was kind of the whole premise.
Oh yeah, and I think there's a lot of upsides to that. I don't think many people can find like 1 to 2 hours all the time just to drop for one game.
Yeah, for one bit of time. Yeah, for sure. So far, how is it looking? Like, do you feel like there's an even level right now, like in terms of how you're going? Like, you have an indication or no?
It is dead even right now, level 7 to 7 in Heroes of the Storm. Every hero is the exact same level. It is team-wide leveling, which is something that is unique versus the other MOBAs you might know, like League and Dota, where you individually level your heroes. So the game is very close
that's right.
right now.
I forgot about that. That's right. You level as a team.
Right. It's a very team-based, team-centric kind of game. So far, we're a little bit behind. I'm not going to say it's my chat's fault here, but, I haven't died yet, chat. Not saying anything, but...
Not going to call it out, but, you know, maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying team has no damage. Oh, and that was the other thing, too, is I do remember that, like, when you used to make, like, mixed match teams or teams that were missing certain things in the comp, right?
Right.
Like, it would tell you that. So somebody was saying in chat, one of the backseaters, you know, as they like to call, as you like to call them, is saying that he feels like your team is light on DPS.
It is for now. It is for now. We have 2 healers, but, you know, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Valla, I consider Valla to be the best DPS hero in the game right now. And the way these quest spells work is that every time I hit them, every time you see that little ding, my spell gets stronger. So every time I hit a hero with my W spell multi-shot, it gains more damage, and that scales infinitely, which is one of the really fun things about HOTS. So I am scaling right now.
And as long as you don't die, right? Like it scales until you die, or does it scale like the entire?
Yeah, some of them are like you lose all progress on death. The wonderful thing about the one I took, though, is it doesn't matter if you die. So,
oh wow!
As the longer this game goes, the more damage I'm gonna do, and there is no limit.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So you're cheating? Just kidding.
Almost cheating. Feels like it sometimes.
So what are, like, you've talked a little bit, like, when you used to play this, and right now I can see it's 11:10, but when you used to play this and you talk about some of the meta changes, what are some of the changes that Blizzard makes to change the overall meta for, like, a season or whatever it is in Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, they make a lot of balance changes, actually, to keep things fresh. So, you know, a lot of the strong heroes will get buffed from one season to another, and a lot of the weak heroes will get nerfed. And they even do reworks where it's almost like you're playing a new hero. They'll change how a lot of the skills work completely from season to season, and a lot of that good stuff as well.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so it does, like, if you are somebody who's thinking, well, you know, Blizzard's not really supporting this game anymore, that's not true, and the game does continue to have that variety if you were to get into the game even now.
Yes, that's correct.
Ooh, there you go. There you go. Bonus for people who may be on the fence right now.
Yeah,
or thinking about getting in.
The thing is, it's free to play, right? If you want to have some fun, it doesn't cost you anything. You can always download it and you know, just start playing. No entry.
And then just friend FanHOTS, and he'll play with you all the time. He's starting up a university.
Oh, that I am. That I am. Big blizzarded, Xanto says. Dead to a big blizzard. It does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Looking good here for the damage, though. Top damage in the game, but we're only getting started.
Yeah, you're only. There's still more to go.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it. We've had like and I probably am going to jinx it by saying this right now, but people have had very good luck on games during these segments on the shows.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if it continues with this round that you find that you're like, oh yeah, these were very successful games. We had last week we had playing Final Fantasy 7, and they were doing Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, and Spofi, and we were doing treasure rooms, and she ended up getting to the bottom of the treasure room 3 times in a row, which odds of that happening is like 1 in like 1,024 or something ridiculous like that.
Oh my goodness.
And it happened like 3 times in a row. So I'm just saying, like, you may be hanging out in the luckiest place, and Intel may be the luck that you need for who knows what.
I mean, that sounds good to me. This is a pretty sick setup. I mean, this PC next to me, this thing is gigantic. I'm on 200 frames right now. This is like quadruple my normal frames. Quite impressive.
Good. Well, we want to make sure you have a good time when you're here. Mission successful.
Love to hear that. That's a mission success for sure. Although we are a little bit behind this game, but that's okay. I'm not worried. You know.
Not worried so far.
Not worried so far.
When would you get worried?
You know, maybe
when we lost.
Yeah, if I see a giant red defeat.
That's when you know it's over.
Screen, yeah, that might be when I start getting worried. But other than that, it's fine. one of the cardinal rules of HOTS is, you know, if you're winning, everything's good, and if you're losing, everything is still good. You're scaling. You just tell
people you're still scaling.
Yeah, we're still getting stronger.
Yeah.
It's fine. No worries.
Until you see that big red defeat.
Exactly.
So what is your win-loss percentage in the game right now?
It's probably around like 60 to 70% when I'm tryharding. You know, sometimes I'm tryharding, sometimes I'm clowning around, but if I'm really trying to win, it tends to be around that range.
Okay. Okay. What would we consider now? Is now clowning around? Is now tryharding?
Oh, ARAM is the most serious game mode in this game sometimes. With the way the players behave, I am trying out of my mind.
I like it. I like it.
Oh my.
Oh, you said oh my. Something's going on?
Oh yeah, the enemies are at our gates, but it's okay. I will try my best to keep them out.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, they're literally at your gates.
Very much so.
Should we be worried yet?
Nah, I don't see any defeats.
You're just scaling,
Still
right?
scaling.
Yeah,
exactly.
still scaling.
You got the hang of it already. That is exactly how it works.
Guys, don't worry. Still scaling.
125 stats.
You say 3 levels down. I say 3 levels to go.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
You gotta have a positive attitude, guys. Positive attitude.
Just fading out of my mind. Don't even worry, chat.
Yeah, don't worry.
Team.
He just killed Hogger.
Yep. Hogger down.
Hogger down. It's fine.
Oh, big spear. Big spear. Oh, big butcher charge. Going in, boys. No, we're not. Fake. False alarm. False alarm.
Oh, false alarm. I was ready. I was prepared. I was gonna get the troops hyped up. Let me know when it's time.
Will do.
I was hyped up regardless.
Let's see here. And for heroes, you get new talents every time you reach a certain level. I'm trying to decide what talent I want. You know what? I'll just go for more dings. More dings is always fun.
I want you to choose the talent that wins.
Oh, is that right?
Is that,
okay.
I felt like that was really helpful, right? Like quality.
That did help.
Quality advice.
Hey, you'd be surprised. I did mention earlier that my chat likes doing donation requests for heroes and talents and stuff. Usually they like donating for the talents and heroes that will make me lose. So you know that's a new one. I'm glad you said that. I don't get that too often.
Well, good.
Yep.
We're here to support you. We're here to make you look good.
Excellent.
Okay, we're throwing some purple cables in your build now.
Ooh,
time to add some splash of color.
I'm excited.
Do you want, okay, so vote for you. Do you want see-through purple or solid purple cable combs?
See-through sounds a little cooler to me, but they both sound badass.
Dude, see-through it is.
All right, let's do it.
We're keeping you entertained while you go and win.
Oh, yeah,
now people now okay, so you've closed the gap 2018 now, so I feel like it's getting closer. Oh, you did lose that though.
That's okay. We didn't need that. Anyways.
You didn't need it anyway. Who
Only
needed
building
that?
you need is your core. You know how it'd be. Oh.
That is very true. I really can't argue with that logic.
Exactly.
The only thing I need is my core.
Ooh, big spear. Almost.
Okay, so and then is there a max level? I forgot.
Technically, there's not, but it's kind of like what's it called? Every level is exponentially more experience, so eventually it's slower and slower. It'll cap out somewhere around 20, maybe a little bit more than that, but not much more.
So like all in all, like if you can pull through, and then there is definitely an opportunity to swap, like to do a comeback at this point in time, especially as you close the gap from 20.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. See chat. Oh, fan line weird. There's no fan line weird. What are you talking about?
What? There's an opportunity, chat. It's okay. 1% chance is still an opportunity. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need. Don't be Debbie Downers. I will say though, the enemy team is healing out of their minds.
They're doing really good.
I'm impressed by the other team.
That's good. Did you die?
Oh, I didn't die. My whole team might have died, but you know,
yeah,
I'm chilling.
This is looking bad. Is that your core right there?
That is our core. It is healthier than I am.
That's the one that you need, right? Like that's the one.
That's kind of the one we need. It's okay. There will always be another core next game, you know.
There will always be another core. I like the positive. I like it, guys. There will always be a next game.
Exactly. Gotta look on the bright side. Oh, GG.
I honestly think you were stream sniped.
Maybe. I mean, I got so many stacks, I consider that a win. 169 stacks of all the W.
There we go, guys. There it is right there. That was just a practice run.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah, we just had to get warmed up.
Warming up.
Yeah, that's all it is. We're just scaling.
Scaling out of our mind directly into next game. Let's do it. Oh, Intel, thank you very much for those gift subs, by the way.
That's what they do.
Very kind of
They
them,
lure you into a false sense of security with gifted subs.
Well, I'll take it, you know? I will take it.
I'll take it.
All right, let's get some.
Yeah, we're scaling, guys, still. We're scaling. That was just we're game scaling.
Yeah.
That's the goal next.
Hopefully, most of these guys are new players. We always want to get as many people into these games as possible. Let everyone share the experience.
Exactly, I agree. So if people wanted to get in there, like, okay, I'm going to learn some. I'm going to play some Heroes of the Storm. I'm going to get into this game. I'm going to become fan. Where I'm scaling all the time, scaling out of my mind.
Oh yeah.
What's the recommendation? Where do they start? Where do you suggest people start?
Well, I mean, it's always a good time to just jump into the game. There's the good thing about Heroes is there's so many ways you can just jump in and practice at no risk. They have versus AI modes where you can just practice. There's different difficulties of the AI as well, you know, beginner, intermediate, expert. You can jump into ARAM if you want to get started. And then once you get your account level up to about 50, I believe, which should only take a week or so's worth of time, you can start playing ranked if you would like to.
Now, when you say you play out of your mind. Like, you play a lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
So when you say about a week, does that mean like 3 years in terms of my time? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's about a week in terms of like an average player that plays, you know, maybe an hour a day or even less than that.
Okay.
For me, I could probably do it in I could probably start playing ranked in 2 days, 1 day, that kind of.
I just turn it on and it's like, welcome to ranked.
Yep.
We're ready for you. Come on in, fan.
It is my favorite game mode, but I know a lot of people find it intimidating to start with ranked sometimes.
Well, I mean, I think it's like it's funny. That was something that was interesting about TFT, and I don't know if other games will do it. Is that you know, the thought of losing rank, right? Like, and that was, you know, I play a lot of Hearthstone. Actually, Hearthstone is probably one of my favorite games by Blizzard, and you know, it's always disheartening when you go down in rank, you know?
Oh yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And so I think that sometimes that's what's kept them from playing ranked, is like the idea of being demoted is just emotionally very scarring.
It really is. I get questions all the time about ranked anxiety too, actually. You know, a lot of people, because of that, they just, you know, they're scared or worried. They don't want to press the find game button a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Definitely a real thing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, you know, it's like even when I switched over from playing TFT and just like open games to this, to playing ranked was like a big deal for me. So yeah, I can understand that.
Oh my, the graphics on this computer are so nice. I don't know if I've ever seen this crab sparkle so much before.
Oh, don't worry. Your PC will have the same problem.
Oh, excellent. Sounds good to me.
If you call being awesome a problem.
That's true. All right, let's do it. Viewer game number 2. Ooh, we both have Zul'jins. That hero is kind of the strongest hero in this game mode most of the time. Let's see if we can shut theirs down here.
There's your top. That beautiful pop of purple there. Looks
awesome.
So good.
Oh, I can't wait to check that out.
I like pops of purple. Like, pops of color and builds always are super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this map.
Yeah, so now we're on Lost Cavern. All of these ARAM maps are technically one-lane maps, but even in ARAM, they have a bunch of different maps. That's one of the great things about HOTS, you know, bunch of map variety. Most other MOBAs only have one map, but in HOTS you have, I want to say, like dozens of different maps in every major game.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I mean, I think that's what I remember. One of the things I really loved about Heroes of the Storm was specifically how many and it changes, the maps do change the way the game is played, right? Like in terms of whether you're collecting ghost coins or you're killing certain mobs or the angels when the two angels are fighting in the middle of the map on the Diablo one.
Yeah, every map has a different objective, and they all fundamentally play very different.
Is this and the Spider Queen one? Is that's another one, right? Like where you had to kill.
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
The minions drop gems, and you have to turn in the gems to get powerful spider monsters.
It's all coming back to me.
Oh yeah.
And then it does the rush. Yeah. I bet you most of the bento folks are like, this guy actually knows something about video games.
I feel like you know a lot about video games. It's not far from being a video game expert at this point.
Well, I don't know. I guess they probably didn't tell you that, but I was a video game developer for 20 years.
Oh.
So I worked at Xbox for 20 years.
That's awesome.
I've worked on a lot of games, including some of the ones like classics like Age of Empires and Halo and Forza and Project Gotham Racing. I launched every console on Xbox. If you go to my profile on Xbox, you actually see all of the badges, except for obviously the latest one for. I don't know why they didn't give me the 20-year. I gotta write Phil about that, but yeah, that's what Phil Spencer's for. It's like, hey Phil, I didn't get my 20-year. The president of the CEO of gaming,
right?
But hey, I want my badge. So
that's
okay.
Pretty sick.
Another purple cable in. Oh, let's put in your hard drive. That seems kind of useful. What are you going to do with 8 terabytes of storage, my friend?
Hey, that's a lot. My brain, I don't even think I comprehend how much storage space that is. That's
I mean, it's like
never even heard that number before.
Lots of animated GIFs if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have all of the animated.
You're gonna download the whole internet.
One, the whole internet.
You're gonna have it all.
And I'm dead. All right. It's okay. It's the warm-up feed.
You heard it, guys. He's going to download the whole internet.
Whole internet's coming into my hard drive.
Going to put everything on this hard drive.
What is like a normal sized hard drive, would you say? Anyways?
1 to 2 terabytes is pretty typical, like for people who do games.
Gotcha.
They'll do 4 terabytes is pretty average from like storage space, but to have something like this is just. I'm pretty sure that they do it just because I always make the joke, which is like, who needs this much storage? But they like to do it. I always joke it's like mostly for cat memes, because there probably are like 8 terabytes of cat memes out there.
I mean, I do love me some cat memes. I love me all kinds of memes. Sounds good to me.
Is the Heroes of the Storm meme community pretty healthy?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say they're pretty healthy. Even my chat alone is a bunch of memers out there. I think a nice thing about Twitch is you just automatically get a lot of memers. There's a lot of cool Twitch emotes that make it really easy for people to meme with.
I'm trying to think of like quality Heroes of the Storm memes. Like if we could make some up here on the show. I'm sure we could. Like about the heroes.
It's definitely
like
possible.
What patch are we on?
That's a good question. I don't even know about the patches by their numbers. I just think about it like, oh, this is the patch that made Rhaegar overpowered. This is the patch that made Vala overpowered. The good stuff.
It's like one of the best memes would be like Rhaegar and then Vala becomes overpowered, but it's like the picture of the guy and the girlfriend, and it's like Rhaegar, and then Vala's like the old girlfriend, right?
She's,
you know what I mean? There
the
you
guy
go.
With the head, turning around.
Yeah, the head turning around, but it's like instead of it's just the heroes, because everybody's gonna go to a new meme.
There you go. First meme made.
There it is. We've made a meme, guys. We've memed. You thought it wasn't going to happen.
I really was doubting you. You must have heard it in my voice, but you made it happen.
I did.
Oh.
Where's the W?
Oh, working on it. It's getting there.
Scaling.
I'm scaling. Scaling out of our minds. Scaling out of our minds.
Yep. Does dying help scaling?
Sometimes, not always. There's actually some talents in HOTS
that is
where
true,
you get
right?
stronger by dying, or you get stronger when your teammates die. Those are funny. I love those.
I forgot, like, I think when we used to play, I used to play a lot of Kerrigan.
Oh, yeah. Playing it right now.
And then Diablo, yeah, and then I played Diablo. Diablo was always a lot of fun. And then we played a lot. I really liked. Oh man, Stitches.
Oh, Stitches is always
Like,
a ton of fun.
He's always a fun one to play.
Yeah, you can never get tired of the hook.
Yeah, exactly. You can get tired of missing with the hook, but you can't get tired of the hook.
Exactly. I actually played a Stitches game just yesterday, I think, where I felt like there was a magnet attached to my hook. Literally just...
You're just like getting everybody?
Yeah, they just, you know, even if I missed, they managed to walk into it. It was good times.
You're like, this is the best hook day ever.
Exactly.
Market chat. Greatest hook day ever.
And this
one for the history books.
It really was. It was crazy. And this Kerrigan hero I'm playing is like they're called a melee assassin. So they're a bit squishy, a little dangerous. They gotta go into enemy lines to get things done. So you know, TLDR chat. If I feed, it's not because it's not me. It's the hero. Yeah.
That's right.
Let's go with that.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yep. There you go.
We're trying to think. Who are the healers? Who's Arthas's the paladin?
Luther, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Luther. And then I played Luther a lot. And don't they have Lucio? I thought no, maybe
they do.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not like notice how I'm like trying to come back and remember all the heroes at this point. I'm like, oh yeah, wasn't he one? And yeah, so I'm feeling better about myself. I'm not completely a knob when it comes to this game anymore.
No, you're not. Like I said, I was very impressed with your HOTS knowledge. It seems actually pretty extensive.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, Will. Just you gotta stick it to Will sometimes.
That's right. You gotta stick it to Will.
Understandable. Okay, there we go. Even leveled again. We're coming back.
Okay, we are doing good here. I'm hooking up your hard drive now.
Awesome.
Getting that. So you got your 8 terabytes of cat memes ready to download.
Excellent.
People in chat are like, "What's a knob?" That's too boomer for you guys, apparently.
And I think we're doing pretty good in this game as well. I believe my Zildjian is auto-attacking like crazy.
It's 16-16. This is closer than the last one.
Yeah. So far, so good. Can't beat them too hard. Gotta make it exciting. Oh my.
Seeing some of my familiar people in chat as well. Kurosaki. Then we got Blondie hanging out. We got all sorts of people. Thank you everybody for tuning in and being a part of this. I hope you're enjoying the episode as we're working on some gameplay and some building. Just kind of finishing up our cable management here. Okay.
Said that was soothing for a lot of people, right?
Oh yeah,
good old cable management.
They love how it kind of comes together. Like, because it actually ends up looking pretty clean at the end. So.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move on to putting in your GPU.
Oh, GPU sounds good.
You need that,
right?
your graphics card.
Yeah.
It's kind of important, I've heard.
Those are pretty important, I agree.
Some people like them, you know.
I definitely like them. Couldn't get them for a long time, too, I thought, because of the whole crypto demand and stuff like that.
The GPU, now it's like, now the market's being flooded.
Oh, I'll take it.
You're like, I'll take it. I get a GPU now.
Yeah. Been surviving with my trusty 1080 for many years.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember you and I you're like, how much better is a 3080 than a 3070 Ti than a 1080? And it's like 65% better, like 65% uplift from a 1080. You know, so 3070 Ti is only about 15% less than that. So you're talking about a 50% jump in the overall power of your just your GPU alone. That's not to mention what you're getting from your this ridiculous 12th gen 12900K that you're getting as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of percents.
That's a lot of percentage. It's all scaling.
It is.
We're scaling.
You said the CPU was like a i9 and a bunch of really fancy numbers that I managed to forget.
i9 12900K.
Oh my, that sounds very fancy. Love to hear that.
We're scaling, guys. We're scaling.
We are. Just going by the numbers here, but I think I had an i7, so I'm pretty sure 9 a lot bigger than 7. Looking forward to that.
Well, the other two is that you had an i7 because i7 they have i7s now too, right? But you had an i7 from like how many generations? You said 4 years, so it could be as many as 5 or 6 generations ago.
Yeah, it probably is. Honestly, it probably is.
So when did you tell me about buying your first PC? Was it like where did you just like was it just you were like I need a new PC? This seems like a good company. Robey wasn't building custom PCs yet, so I couldn't get it from him.
I mean, I think my very first PC was not even a PC. I think I was playing on some like really old, rickety, like 10-inch laptop for a long time. Actually, it was super ghetto. And then eventually, I won a PC for Heroes of the Dorm, one of the tournaments you mentioned earlier. Yeah, I was the winner of the earliest Heroes of the Dorm as well. So got a PC there, which was always nice.
Yeah, Heroes of the Dorm, I mean, sad when that program got, Blizzard shuttered that program, the college program. Such a cool program.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time. Paid for tuition for a lot of people. And even if you didn't win, you got a PC.
There you go. Which, I mean, who's going to complain about that?
Yeah, exactly.
There'd be people. They find a way.
That they will. All right, GG,
they
guys.
don't understand scaling.
They don't. And this game, this game doesn't count either. It's no one ever said second time was the charm. That's what I always tell people. Well,
I think
it's the third time.
I think we used all of our. luck in the other two the other two episodes. Like now it's like okay, now we needed one that it's gonna go from. It's gotta drop down a little bit.
Oh, that's understandable. It's got to go somewhere.
Okay, we got a nice mod workshop, logo on here now, which looks really, really good. So just adding some flair, just to keep things spicy, Ooh. The good thing is that your PC is still coming together nice.
Awesome. That is
so
what I love to hear.
Unlike the scaling that's happening over there in the game, the scaling that's happening over here on the PC side, still good, still good.
That is excellent. I have faith in the game too. Like I said, third time is the charm. This is where the grand plan comes together. The scaling, it's all coming to an end right here.
This is it. This is what it comes down to. This is the moment.
This is what it's all about.
This is your moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening.
Game faces on. Pretend like you're playing in BlizzCon finals, chat. Don't disappoint me. I know my chat is all Grandmaster rank 0, so I have confidence.
And we're gonna if you're over here watching the PC side, we're gonna do some peels here on your GPU. Cool. So many peels on this GPU.
So many peels.
Yep. So we'll do some peeling over here in a second. Just have some joy. People enjoy the PC peels here for this your beautiful 3070 Ti.
Yeah, this looks clean. That is so clean. I'm guessing they're not looking at me. That PC must be looking really clean. Everyone's commenting about how nice that looks.
Yeah, and they love the thick GPU, which is going to fill out the rest of the build as well. So we're just going to kind of. And I love to do, the one thing I really like about the EVGA GPUs is that they have one big kind of peel. And so I'm just getting it prepared to have like this massive peel that kind of comes across the whole front of the GPU. So it just takes a little bit of work, but it's so worth it in the end when you kind of get to do the big peel.
Oh, I can hear that. That's a lot of peeling. You got a GPU over there in orange. Oh my.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Going to clean out the back area here so it all comes off in one big sheet. We'll do one as a giant one sheet. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. There. Ooh. A little bit here.
Oh.
There it is.
Coming off.
There you go.
There it
There it is.
That's a Craigasm.
There it is. Yeah, exactly. Lots of ASMR on that one. Back into the game now. Oh, same map again.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be better though.
Oh, this is definitely going to be better. 100% victory coming in. No doubt. Third time, always the charm.
Third time, always the charm. Let's see if we can. Let's see. It's like how we got 15 minutes, folks. Can we get this PC finished in the same amount of time as he finishes this game, so we get a W across the board? That is the goal.
I believe I will uphold my side of the bargain if you uphold yours.
I will
Sounds
work
good.
on it.
Let's do it.
I won't sacrifice quality, but yes.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's the aim. That's the goal.
Sounds good.
Putting a little challenge down, throwing down. Even though Will doesn't believe.
But you gotta stick it to Will sometimes.
You do. You gotta stick it to Will sometimes. It's just the way things work. Okay, here we go. GPU going in here. We got one more big peel there. Oh, there it is.
Very nice. And on the game in here, we're playing Junkrat. Some of you guys playing Overwatch might recognize this character. Funny thing about HOTS characters is they're almost identical to the games that they come from. So Junkrat, very similar to the Overwatch counterpart. Throw grenades, throw traps, throw riptires.
I think I stopped playing before all the Overwatch characters. I think Tracer was the only one. Tracer and maybe one or two more were the only ones that when I was playing.
Oh yeah, they ended up adding a bunch of them later on.
So do we have any heroes coming up that you know of, or like new heroes?
They never tell us about that. I'm hopeful though. I'm hopeful.
Who are you? Who would you like to see? Do you have any heroes you'd like to see, or do you have any ideas? Or
oh yeah, I have about 1,000 heroes I would like to see. You know, every famous hero in any Blizzard franchise is a good one, but I do believe they're coming out with what's it called, Diablo 4 next year. So maybe maybe Lilith, like the Faith of Diablo 4, something like that could be pretty cool.
You know what? I think you know what? Honestly, they could do a Diablo Immortal one.
Oh yeah,
where it's just an ATM.
That's true. I mean, hey, that would be accurate.
It's just a credit card, and you have to pay every time to use the spell.
If we can have a probe hero, we can have a credit card hero. You know, they're not that different.
That feels like a quality. That feels like a quality. That feels like one that should go in there. Yeah. I think the other one that would be kind of good, a very good Diablo one, would be like a whale. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this seems like some really good ones there.
Yeah, there are.
So yeah, I'd like to see those. Yeah, Diablo 4 would be interesting, right? Some new Overwatch 2 characters for sure, and some options there. And they still even have some stuff, you know, within even the World of Warcraft, right? So like maybe some of the dragon aspects, like Malagos or stuff like that.
Yeah,
would be...
yeah. Malagos would be excellent. I actually know him more from Hearthstone even for the spell power card, but all of that would be wonderful to see. It's just cool seeing stuff, you know, in other games and seeing it pop up in a MOBA and being able to play it in a MOBA.
Yeah. Or like even an Emerald of the Dream map, like an Emerald Dream map. I think a Lich, like, yeah, I mean, I know Arthas, but I mean, like now you have, what's his name? Even Sylvanas, like with the Lich helmet or stuff like that could be cool. Or even like new forms for some of them, like which you talked about, which is like almost like that recraft that they do.
Oh yeah, I feel like the possibilities are very often endless.
That's one of the things I really just loved about Heroes of the Storm is just so much possibility because of the number of heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's cool. It's such a good. You're making me want to go play again.
Well, if you ever want to, it's, you know, just a free download away.
Yeah, just oh yeah, I have a lot of money actually in that game. Apparently I was practicing for Diablo Immortal, so you're good. You're good there. Okay, ooh, I love that purple.
Ooh. Can't see it right now, but I'm so curious. Cannot wait to check it out. Oh, good leaping combo.
Okay, so we got that in now.
Nice.
Getting our cable combs in. Gonna finish this out. And the only thing I got left is a GPU. You guys are level 9, so you're coming up on mid game.
We
at
are.
this point in time.
Yep, about halfway there. You still got plenty of time though.
Yep. And like I said, guys, for those who don't know, we actually pre-set up all the builds beforehand just to make sure that, obviously, if we have to run to Micro Center and get some parts or whatever it was, we have time. So this build has already been fully set up. So when we turn this on, we're hoping that the lighting should just be the right colors right out of the box. Now, obviously, when you remove a CPU, you're going to do the trigger, and you're gonna still pop into BIOS, but should be hardware set. So we'll have to see when we light it up.
That sounds good to me. Although you said about half the words there I did not fully understand, but the ones I did sounded good.
That's right, I'm bored it did. When I say cable combs, you know things are serious.
And a Riptire.
We scaling? You still scaling?
I am always scaling. That's one of my specialties. This time it's looking better than the last though, you know. Progress
like
every game, that's what counts.
Third time.
Third time, it's the charm.
Is there still a healthy community for new players in this game, you think? Or is it like you feel like it's just really kind of like older, more skilled players, right? Like, do you feel like there's room for a new player to jump in and start playing and learning to play the game again?
Yeah, I think there's definitely room for a new player. I mean, it's hard for me to comment because, you know, I've been playing for so long. I haven't been a new player for so long, but I think there's definitely room. And some of the old players I see play like they're new players anyway, so yeah, no difference, no difference.
Wow, throwing some shade.
That is what I do.
It's like people are like, wow, did you think I was pretty good? Nope, I didn't.
Honesty is virtue, right? That's what they say.
It's like always my favorite ones is like I've seen some guys who are like they're playing like Fortnite and stuff like that, and then they're like, so how did you think I did? And they're like, well, do you want me to lie? No. You did good, son. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You did terrible. It's always fun. I always like those little moments with your community.
Yeah.
And it's gotta. I think it's also with you playing with your community's got to add to the variety as well, right? Because, you know, you're having to change like tactics and all that sort of stuff as well to kind of fill in those gaps.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll play around what everyone likes to play and wants to play.
Somebody's asking, this is not the Flow, this is the Elite. So it's got we are using the Elite, which has got the side panel. If you guys want to see our full review on the case, it's actually available over at youtube.com/Robeytech. Thermals with this particular combination, especially because we have a top-mounted AIO, with the front panel are going to be absolutely fine. Even with the closed off, it's got a massive, very, very thin, easy to breathe mesh on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, and on the bottom to pull in air for those 140 millimeters, those 3 140s that are in the front. So. Ooh. Okay.
On the other team's kind of clean.
PSU time.
Nice.
Last part.
PSU. That's the
power
end. Supply, right?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Whoa.
Ugh.
It's come so fast.
So.
Detonate that Riptire real quick.
Okay, so are you guys actually making progress on the map this time versus like the last time? Like you guys are actually taking out some of their towers? Oh, it looks like you're at their base.
No, we're kind of at their base. If this is a tug of war, we're slightly winning. Take it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Best one yet.
Best one yet. That's always like I'll always take that.
Yep.
Okay. Pulling out your cables that you need here. You need a lot of SATA cables here.
Oh my.
Not these. These we don't need. Okay. Give me your extras. There we go. Game's starting to look pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on a kill streak.
We are.
Look at this. Feels like it's all coming together.
Third time was charm. Every time. Oh, my team's on fire, too.
Oh, double kill there.
And another one. Oh.
Wow, we're at 17, so we're getting close in endgame. Robey's got to do his part here. Start kind of pulling things together here, folks. We're gonna make sure we get done on time.
Oh, I believe.
Now I'm gonna get grounded. Oh, Will, look at Will. Making evil eyes at me. Doubting me. But here, let's go and take a quick sniff here.
Yeah, not every game ends at level 20 either.
Man, I love the smell of ozone in the evening.
The new PC smell?
That new PSU smell.
Oh, wonderful.
Pretty sure I killed like half my brain cells with that, but yeah. Okay, let's see here. We'll grab a couple of these just to make sure you have plenty of room for SATA. Nobody's SATA when I use those cables. Okay. Here we go. SATA 2. SATA 3. This feels like the win. I feel like you and I think everything's happening together.
I would have to agree. So far, so good.
You've got your focus. You've got your focus face on.
I do.
Because I've noticed that like as the game has moved on, your glasses have become it's almost like the World Series of Poker. They've become darker, more focused. Like you're sucking the soul out of your opponents.
Oh, perfect timing. Oh, the double kill, the triple kill. Everyone on the other team.
All the kills.
All the kills.
All the kills.
There we go. Scaling is almost complete.
Dropping that 1,000-watt PSU into its spot. The last component of your build. Ugh, now it's very heavy, which is why I always do it last. Okay.
One more grenade for the road.
There we go.
Okay, my chat can hold down the line. Looks like we're doing pretty well here. Level 20
It feels like even your team is like synergizing. You guys have like turned into like a single Voltron like Heroes of the Storm Ultra unit at this point in time.
Oh, basically, we got some strong heroes this time. We got a whole bunch of heroes poking from a screen away.
This is when everything comes together.
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot. Putting the last 4 of the component screws for your build. I just love the smoothness of the iFixit kit screwdriver.
Me too.
Yeah, you got to use it, right? Like
yeah.
it's just a nice screwdriver.
As soon as I used it, it was just so smooth, actually.
Yeah,
I need one of those myself, I feel like.
You might have to go home and work on a sponsorship.
Yep.
This Heroes of the Storm stream is brought to you by iFixit. Even though there's nothing to fix, if I needed to, I can.
Sounds good enough to me.
So, yeah, you're like, I'll take it.
Oh. Giant fireball. Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Death by giant fireball.
Oh, you died.
That's okay,
It's okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Just scaling.
For the greater good, I tanked
Okay.
the giant fireball so my team wouldn't have to use just the selflessness, you know?
That's what I like.
Yep.
You're showing leadership.
Precisely.
Precisely. Leadership. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the matrix of leadership is also in Heroes of the Storm. Some people do not get that joke, but you have to be a Transformer fan.
The matrix of leadership, you said?
Yeah.
I'm not a Transformer fan, I guess.
Will it fix my MMR? I don't think so.
Good question. Can't blame them for asking.
No, I can't. You can't blame them for asking. I do like that some people got the some people did get the matrix of leadership comment. So thank you, all of you boomers who are watching. or Transformers fans.
Either one.
(21-23). You guys are in a healthy place.
Double retire. Yeah, we are doing good. Finally getting there. Oh my god. Death by giant fireball number 2. It's okay.
Oh no,
we
and
we took
again?
one down with us for the greater good.
For the greater good again.
Yep.
Okay, let's grab this. For the greater good here, called hooking up your SATA connections. It's not really for the greater good, but I'm trying to make it sure it feels tied in.
That, for my good, I appreciate that.
For the good of your PC.
Yep, right there.
Making sure it works.
Working PC always in upside.
It feels important. Feels like it should work. Like that's a critical component of any PC build, is that in the end it actually does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Rather important. Get some grenades going here.
Okay, next up, other SATA connections. Oh, that's pretty funny. I just heard the line. Delivery for whatever your name is.
Oh, you can hear the in-game audio too? I didn't even realize. Yep.
Yeah, I can actually hear your game audio.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a talented group of people here. Actually, the Bento team and
yeah.
Will. But yeah, no, it's actually no. This just show continues to get better and better and more entertaining for everybody. So, which I always love. And so I'm glad to see like people getting to enjoy. They come here to watch you. You know what I mean? Like you're a part of this, and so they get an opportunity to see you do you, and at the same time watch you get to build a PC and enjoy that experience for the first time, which I think is really neat. And it's the great production team here makes that possible, and continues to innovate the show style.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I fully agree with that. Plus, I mean, who doesn't love Bentos? Can't go wrong.
Yes.
Best name ever. Oh!
Okay.
Just flying around
I'm down to
everywhere
3 connections on this PC. That's all I have left here.
Okay.
Last
good.
3 connections. How are we doing on your side?
Oh, we're doing pretty good on our
Medivh.
side.
I just saw Medivh.
Yeah,
Another one of my favorite heroes, World of Warcraft characters.
Oh yeah.
Even though he like pretty much started most of what caused World of Warcraft, but
yeah, he had good intentions, I think.
I don't know. That's TBD. We're not entirely sure if his.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. Chat, I'd love to know. Do you think that Medivh's intentions were good or no?
At their core over here too. So finishing up.
Yeah, they're all tight. Yeah, they do have really good camera work and all that stuff. He atoned for it. Okay, there we go. So people are of mixed emotions, but
understandable. I feel like a lot of Warcraft does that to you.
I'm sure Medivh was trying as hard as. Yes, Sagaris would be the ultimate villain, right?
I'm not the biggest lore person, but I do believe you are correct.
Yes.
I'm sure Fan had good intentions. I did have good intentions there too, Xanth. I was intending to kill their core. It was good intentions.
Good intentions. Ugh. Okay, we're just gonna make sure your stuff is working. There we go.
Fireball. Goodbye, Death Frost. The giant. Oh.
Okay.
Maybe not. Very nice. Just the armor.
I'm connecting your last connection, my friend.
Sounds good. Their core is only 30% healthy. They're on their last legs here too, I believe. More or less.
Pull that back up. There we go. Okay. 30%. Is that what you said?
Oh, whoops. Warm up feet. Warming up my feet. Yep, 30% on their core. It's,
you guys are like on the push at this point in time.
Yeah. ARAMs can get pretty silly though. You never know when it'll actually end. It goes back and forth pretty often.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Okay, so we got that all hooked up. What we're going to do now is let's get this put back together, and we'll be ready for you when you get done. Ugh.
Sounds good.
We got to get ready for the big peels. That's always important.
Ooh,
people love to see the big peels. There we go. Quality.
Nice.
And somewhere around here, there it is. There it is. Get your dust filter on here. There we go.
Onwards, team, to their core.
To the core.
To the core.
There it is. And what we can do is one more cool sticker in the back corner here.
Ooh,
the plan.
Cool stickers.
Make sure we got our branding, because this is a mod workshop build.
Oh yeah, you're showing me those stickers earlier.
We're gonna put them everywhere on all the stickers.
Sounds good to me.
Go.
Chain bombs.
We have time to get the sticker on, I hope so.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go, okay. There we go. So, what are you guys working on right now? Is it still just about the push, or like what is the mini objectives for this particular map?
Well, this map is a little bit more simplified than the traditional maps, but the objectives are still pretty similar. You have the mercenary camps that you can take, which are Goliaths from StarCraft, actually.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And they assist in helping you take the core. And then the other mini objective on ARAMs usually is actually the globe generators. Every 45 seconds or so, they'll generate a globe for you where you can...
So it looks like you're getting some response, though, from the other team, right? Like they're actually coming back a little bit, or?
Oh, yeah. It's a back and forth tug of war, but I would say we're still pretty firmly in the lead. Their core is now at 16%, almost.
Oh, wow.
Zero.
Okay. You actually, but now yours is vulnerable.
That's true.
It all change. Oh, there we go. That was good. There you go. Nice sticker there. Clean mod there for that.
Excellent. Trying to make
I want to
cool
see one other thing. We got that, and then stickers for that are good. We have one more, potentially, which I think would look good, is No, I think we want one more on the front.
Take this in our own hands. Backdoor time. Backdoor. Give him the Nova Kiss. There we go.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You did it.
We did it.
Just on time. We just got finished.
Oh, perfect timing. Third time was the charm all along. GG.
It was. And there is your build. So if you wanna pop on over and start moving back over here, we'll have you come and see and inspect the build. Make sure it's good enough for your stream and all that sort of stuff. Make sure it looks good enough.
Yep. Let's do it. On over.
Do a little. I might do that.
One moment here.
There we go. Just cleaning up your. There it is, guys. There is the build.
All right, I'm back.
There you go. So here's the build. You can look at it from the front here. So here, I'll give it sideways for you. That's what it looks like.
That looks beautiful.
Yep. And then even the back. So we'll just pop up in the back so people can see the cable management there for the rear. Here you go.
That is actually very clean.
And even
everything's so nice and tidy.
We just try and keep it nice and tidy and cleaned up and all that sort of stuff. So there is your build. Now is the question, does it work? And of course,
that's a good question.
It's a good question. Like that's a very important question.
Yep.
So let's grab our power cable, which we have right here. So there's our power cable.
Let's do it.
Yeah, purple cable. Yeah, work. Okay, here we go.
Oh, these are nice stickers.
Yeah. That way it's like branded, which is always really good. And so if you want to plug that in down there.
Sure. Let's see. Get this going.
Yep, there we go. Okay. Plug this in here. Okay, turn it on.
All
and
right.
Just push that button right there.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I hear.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
It is on and it is lit.
It is very lit.
And again, you got that here. If you want to go look at the front there, go take a gander at it. So it looks like the RAM didn't go purple, but everything else did. So you got white, purple, and then of course the RAM, when it gets into an OS, which it won't do right away, but the RAM should go purple as well. So you have like the white highlighting the front, highlighting the all the components inside. But again, very, very clean in terms of the look as well. Now, if you want to come over here, we'll have you start right here, and then you can do the first peel, and then we'll do the peel for the other one there.
Oh, God.
So you can see the peels are important.
Peels
so do slow.
All right, just slowly peel this off.
Oh, hold on, one sec. They're doing a camera.
Oh, gotcha.
Here we go. Ready?
We good?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. Slow.
There we go. Oh my goodness. There's something satisfying
about
about
There's
the peeling
something
too.
about the peels as well, right?
Yeah. It's so shiny and clean underneath.
That's one of the things I really love about this particular case is just how shiny and clean it is. Okay, now we got the big peel. So we're gonna grab
big peel.
The big peel. I think there's only I'm gonna take this one off. This is the boring peel, but I'm gonna just get it so that way we can have the really good peel.
Sounds good.
So here's the boring peel, right? Oh, there it goes. Now the lights are purple like they're supposed to be.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that is beautiful.
There we go, right here.
Got some color coordination going on there.
Okay, here we go. Now we're ready for the big peel. So I'm gonna put this on, and then you're gonna come over here.
Sounds good.
And do the real one. Okay, so if you want to start right here, and then just gonna peel that way, essentially.
Sounds good. The big peel coming in. All right, so 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh, that is the big peel. Oh,
there it is right there.
Wow. tempered glass, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
I think I think they made them better now, so they should just, there we go. Yeah, they should just, yeah, there they go. Nice little, get rid of those little triangles.
Awesome. Wait, matches my wardrobe.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. your Twitch partner wardrobe.
Yeah.
We can do this one more time. Here we go. There we go. Right.
Cool.
Boom. Clean as a whistle.
Oh
and
my.
there it is, guys. There is the entire build, all done, all lit up, OS installed, everything good to go, running Windows 11, so you get those beautiful P cores and E cores.
Awesome.
All you got to do is throw your games on it, and then you're basically good to go. So, guys, one more time, just walking through the specs of this incredible PC. We've got the Core i9 12900K. We've got the NZXT N7 Z690 black motherboard. We got an EVGA 3070 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra. The SSD is a 1 terabyte NVMe, Intel SSD 660p. We've got an 8 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf Pro. 32 gigs of G.Skill Triton Z Neo at 3600 megahertz. We've got the NZXT N7 Elite in black, and then we've got the NZXT Kraken Z73 AIO, and then you've got the EVGA Supernova 1000 G5. So that is all of the components inside of this amazing PC, and I think it came out absolutely incredible. And there it is right there, all lit up and looking fly. So again, you got that screen in there. You can see your CPU temp is sitting at 21 degrees right now, which is nice and frosty.
Nice.
The whole thing just looks really, really good. And so I hope you like the purple. And again, you have complete control to change the colors into whatever you like. So
yeah, I love it. You can see the temperature just with a glance.
yeah,
too.
with
That's
a
awesome.
glance. Yeah, the whole thing just looks really, really good. But there it is, guys. Okay, so that is it for the show. But Fan, if they want to see you, if they want to find you, how do people go and find you after the show? Like, how's that happen?
Yeah, you can just search me up, whether it's Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, anything. It's FanHOTS, FanHOTS. So you can find me that way. That's all my handles pretty much. There you go.
There you go, guys. Well, this has been another Mod Workshop for the next summer. For the summertime, you can look forward to these almost every week. So we're going to be back next week for another amazing build. So with another amazing creator. Fan, it was so super cool to be to hang out with you, to watch you play some really great Heroes of the Storm, for teaching me a little bit more about playing some TFT. But outside of that, guys, have a great stream and a great evening, and we will see you guys on the next episode.